Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Blaine.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Barbara.
And Gus. That was some smooth last-minute troubleshooting.
We were like, it was like diffusing a bomb while you were saying the ad.
I almost wish they cut to the wide right at the start so we could see all the chaos going on over here, and you're just like,
I mean,
Me and Kayla grappling over the microphone.
not for nothing. This is like a cheap mic, right? Like I could.
What?
If something happened to it, like it'd be fine, and I'd be able to afford it.
No, we do not want to damage the mic.
Yeah, you got that Rooster Teeth money, Kayla. You're golden.
The mics have seniority on all of us. In the org chart, it's
The mics.
Jordan, and then the mics, and then everyone else.
yep, they own us.
Oh, that
This
makes
is actually
sense.
my boss.
This is your boss. This is
Yeah.
who you report to every week.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah, here are my numbers that I've done this week. Here you go.
Those
Sir.
are my numbers.
I'm like trying to think of
So
what I would tell a boss.
Yeah, the mics approve the timesheets. I get it. Yeah.
Right before we went live, sorry, I'm going to exclude you for a second, Kayla.
Okay.
Right before we went live, I realized I got a package. We got something sent to us for Tales from the Sneaky Dragon from Fruit Bat.
Oh, fruit bat.
Fruit bat.
I
I thought
don't
Gus
know.
was handing us coasters when he was giving
Yeah,
us
I
all
did
that.
too.
I watched in
Yeah.
Green Knight that you're supposed to open it like. Oh,
Crack it.
I can't.
There's a wooden thing. It's not the
Oh,
leather
there's
in
some
there.
wood
Yeah.
in it. Okay, well I can't.
I think it's a wooden
I can't
thing.
Green Knight it. Then.
Yeah.
Let's see what's in.
You watched that movie?
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about
Here
it?
we go. Here we go.
They are coasters.
Do
not
it at
cracking.
the mic so it's asthma.
It's not.
No, you got it.
A little ASMR
You got it.
and envelope
You
opening.
got it.
Kayla, they
It's
were
not. It's
coasters.
gooey
You were right.
wax.
The air coasters?
Yeah, they got little feet on the back.
What,
Oh,
what
wow.
does yours look like? I think ours are different. Yours has like a
Well,
a
I
musical
play
instrument.
a
for
bard in,
Yeah.
Bard.
in Tales from Stinky Dragon.
And
so-
you're the DM.
I'm the DM, so I
Holy
got like a
shit! They
D20.
smell amazing.
Like what?
What do you got? Like a shield?
It's a bow and arrow on a shield, and then a D as in I'm
Are
a
you,
dickhead.
You're like a
Smells like-
ranger?
Smells like the
It's
Delta
not.
variant.
This is very cool.
this
We
one
should
looks-
like.
What if you were
Oh,
like,
and
I
the-
can't smell it? Then I'd be like, bye.
Oh, well, here we
Fruit
go.
Bat sent some more for some of the other people involved with the production. There's one for Micah, one for Christian, one for Ben, and one for John. So I'll be sure
There you
that they get them.
None
Thanks,
for Chris.
Fruit Bat.
Who?
Chris.
I thought there was one for Chris. Oh, it's down here. It's over here.
I was kind of hoping that there
was
was
one for
not
Chris,
one for
too.
Chris.
Fruit
He'd
Bat,
be the
I will
only
go
one
to the
with it.
Congress Bridge and say hello to you today at sunset.
That's an awesome joke.
That's an
That's
awesome
a good,
joke.
great. That's good.
Thank you
Locals,
and good night.
We
all
should
the locals.
lean into, like, really lean into the Austin humor. Like,
Yeah.
let's talk about Thomas J. Henry for a bit. Does anyone love Thomas J. Henry as much as he loves himself? Like, every time I look at one of his billboards or his TV commercials, I'm like, that guy loves
Are you
himself.
talking about TJH?
Yeah, TJH.
Oh, yeah,
Dude,
he's my favorite little scamp.
Yeah.
TJH.
TJH.
I love that guy.
the motherfucker that I can't stand is I just made the drive from Austin to Dallas and then Dallas to back to Austin, and I think it's Ray Huffines.
Is that the dread guy?
What
no,
is-
that's David Comey.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! Dread guy Comey's
white
cool.
dreads?
He's the lawyer that rocks.
Yeah.
Yes. No, Huffines is a racist politician. who
Ray
owns a-
Huffines?
Yeah, he owns a dealership out in Plano, and he fucked us over like 20 years ago with our Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, no.
And I've never forgiven him. But he's also racist now. So
Yeah, so. Well, that's how you know.
yeah.
He fucked you over on the car. It's a slippery slope to racism.
Straight to talking about.
Showed he was a bad
Not
person.
great things.
Period. Can't redeem himself
No.
immediately.
Well, now he's getting bad mouth on the most popular podcast
Yeah.
on the internet, the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Hey,
Good
you,
joke.
you say that, but we rank as top 10 podcast networks, Gus. You know that.
I was about to follow up. This podcast is in the top 200 of all podcasts globally.
Hey.
I just found that out recently. There's
Whoa.
like third-party metrics that measure all that
Why?
stuff.
You know, speaking of local, in the very least, we're the most popular Austin podcast. Wait, fuck, John.
No. We're the most popular podcast that started in Austin, Texas.
Ah,
Woo!
we didn't abandon our city and move.
Yeah.
Rogan.
Fuck that
Yet.
guy.
Where are we going? Where are we going? I just bought a house.
Greg Abbott's pushing us out.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. We gotta get out of here.
Man, I've had a busy week. Where do I start?
Okay.
I'm
Lot to
having
get into.
I'm having a problem. That's what podcasts are, right?
You guys, a problem?
Podcasts are for airing problems and
Airing
grievances.
your grievances, yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Before you get too far into it, did you ever see when you weren't here for the podcast because you were out of town? I did an impression of you.
no, I didn't see it. What was it? Just airplanes and complaining?
I started off and went. So I got pissed off this week.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Which one do I shoot?
Wait, did you do the ExpressVPN read?
Yeah, I did.
Were we fixing the mic?
You're getting your mic fixed when I was doing the read.
I was like, are we going to skip it?
You're always on the clock.
I'm always on
Always-
the clock. If he doesn't
sales,
do
sales,
it,
sales.
I get fired.
I'm a pro.
Oh,
up that
okay.
spreadsheet.
I'm the one you don't have to worry about.
Okay.
So, sometimes when you buy things online, like from Amazon, and you want to return it, they're like, there's a bunch of different return options.
Yeah.
One of them is like they'll give you a QR code and you take it to the UPS store and you drop it off and then they'll like take care of the return, you get your
Easy,
money
yeah.
back and all of that stuff. I did this a couple months ago and Amazon was like, hey, you returned us an empty box. We never got the item back. And I was like, nope, I definitely returned the item. I dropped it off at the UPS store, and it's impossible to argue with them. They
Yeah.
don't give you any way to
No, they
contact
don't.
them.
Literally, when you return an Amazon package, you just go. For me, personally, I just go into a Kohl's, and they're just like, "No, just give me the box." I'm like, "Do I get the receipt?" And they're like, "No,
No, yeah,
no."
You'll see what happens.
Kohl's accepts Amazon
Yeah.
shipments?
yeah.
Do they have a pile of them like our UPS
There
store where
is-
they just go, here's another one?
No, literally, it's always just either like what I assume to be someone's mother or a 15-year-old who is standing behind a little. It's not even a counter. They've given them a mobile rolling desk that they probably
Oh.
built from IKEA, and they're just literally standing there with like a little scanner thing, and they take it from you. And I don't know if they scan it because they just take it from you and say, "All right, thank you."
Yeah. We got
Kohl's
this. Don't
fucking
worry
rocks.
about it.
Yeah,
I love
hey.
Kohl's.
Don't worry about it.
But I returned it a couple months ago, and it was this whole thing. Went back. There's no way to complain with Amazon. They're just like, we never got it. You sent us an empty box. I'm like, no, I definitely sent it. So eventually, Amazon charged me for the item. So I issued a chargeback on my credit card.
Yeah.
And I told my credit card company I definitely returned the item. I gave them like all my documentation. The credit card company successfully did the chargeback.
Yeah.
Like they gave me my money back. They're like, yeah, whatever. Amazon never did anything.
Yeah. Suck it,
but-
Bezos.
But then last Monday, I went through it again. And I was fucking stupid. I had to return something. So I went back to the UPS store over
The
here.
same one.
Yeah. And same thing. I gave him a QR code, dropped
Should
off
have
the
taken a
thing.
video of you shaking the
I
box.
I was about to say, I
I
was like, you
know.
should have made a video of you packing it, sealing it, giving it to them taking it to the back,
All the
you
way.
holding up today's newspaper,
Yeah.
your Apple Watch with the time and dates. Like,
Interviewing a third-party person.
Yeah.
Like,
Get a
on the
baby
street.
that was born that day.
yeah, do you
Show
know?
its birth
Do
certificate.
you like know anyone who can, like a notary, maybe like someone a notary? the
Actually,
Gus is
I
a
should
notary.
become. No, I'm not, but I should become
we
one.
know
Okay,
one.
all right.
There's someone who works for Rooster Teeth who's a notary.
Oh, that's right. I should. I
It's
should
like
involve
easy,
that person.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
My mom's a notary.
Oh,
Wait, is
well, let's get her to do it.
Yeah. Well, she's
We got a connection.
No, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
hey, she was notary.
But there's someone else too.
Yeah,
But so I this was last Monday. I returned it. It never showed like Amazon still says like we have not received your item. You've got like 2 weeks or whatever to return it. Doesn't show up in UPS tracking. So last Thursday I went back to the UPS store. I'm like, hey, I returned this thing on Monday. It's still not showing up. They're like, yeah, Amazon's running behind. Don't worry about it. I'm like, but it doesn't even show up as UPS tracking. They're like, yeah, Amazon's running behind. I'm like, this is the UPS store. It's not showing up in the UPS tracking. They're like, yeah, Amazon's running behind. I was like, okay. So then on Monday, right before I came to the podcast, I went back to the UPS store. And luckily the guy who helped me is like someone that I've seen there before. Like he knows that
Yeah.
I return
Those are
shit
good
there all the
dudes. I
time.
like
Yeah.
that UPS
Yeah.
store.
It was like one of the dudes that I see all the time here. And I'm like, hey, like I returned this thing last Monday. It still hasn't shown up. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. You know, he's like, I know it sounds like I'm pulling your leg,
Yeah.
but you know, Amazon is running behind. It won't show up sometimes. He's like, look,
Come on, Jeffrey, you could do it.
Someone put your back into it.
Then he scanned my thing again. He's like, yeah, I see here on my screen that you returned it last Monday, 4:09 p.m. All this. He's like, I can't print this, but if you want, you could take a photo of my screen with your phone.
Oh.
That way you have proof that you dropped it off. Like, yes, I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Something.
Yeah. So like I took a I pulled out my phone and like took a photo of his computer monitor. He's like, did you get it? No glare or anything? He's like, real helpful.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, yeah, no, I got it. Thank you so much. But it's just like, God, I know it's gonna fucking happen again. Like Amazon's gonna be like, we didn't get your item or we got an empty box.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Something. There's gonna be a really good podcast about it in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
True crime.
I was gonna say it's not like Amazon needs the money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if this is a weird thing for me to say, but it's just like, why would they be lying about that?
Yeah,
Why-
it's so
like there has
weird.
to be something going wrong
Do
here.
they need
don't
your
know.
$8.62?
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that I've actually been trying to like ease off of my Amazon use here of late because I feel like they're constantly getting in hot water with how they treat their employees. So like very minimal amount of usage. But I did order a bunch of picture frames when I moved, and one of them came in and it just looked like someone just straight up fucking punched the thing.
might have.
So I was like, well, I can't
Yeah,
use
they
this.
could have.
Yeah.
So I
you-
was like, I need to shoot. Oh, what? No, it wasn't me.
No.
I know I'm an angry white guy, but I did not punch my own picture.
No, I was going to say, to be fair, it's really hard not to break things when you're flinging things over fences because you have a insane amount of work to do in a very little
You have
amount
to
of
deliver
time.
89 packages in 2 hours.
in an hour, yeah.
Zing. Yeah, that's true.
That's why I don't get mad when the boxes get fucked up because I'm like, he probably didn't even stop. He probably did a roll by.
Yeah, you're just like, it's your drive.
Yeah, I just don't order anything fragile anymore.
It's a good call. But yeah, I learned my lesson with that too. And I was like, I need to do a return. I'll, take it back. And then they're like, keep it. Like they
Really?
had an automated message where it was just like, don't even fuck with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
There
this
was
is
one time
weird.
I bought, this was like at the beginning of quarantine, I bought a mic cover for my mic.
Mm.
It's just like one of these little
Twin
like
sock.
spongy guys
Yeah.
thing here. And
Foam condom.
it came
Mm.
by itself because sometimes when you order things, like they don't package
Just,
them
like,
together,
loose?
even though I ask them to every time. It was just loose in like its own little bag.
Oh.
And I got an alert saying like your package was delivered. I went outside and I'm like, I don't
No.
see it anywhere. And so I like put a thing in to be like, oh, I don't think it was delivered because they didn't take a picture or anything like that. It turns out it was so light that it just blew away.
Oh,
So
Like it just, I think
Straight
Trevor
into
ended
an
up
ocean.
finding it like down the street.
Weird.
That's so fucking
Yeah.
funny.
It was just funny because it's just like,
Right on a baby turtle.
Yeah.
it
Every
was so light.
every time I order something to my house, it is an ordeal because my house isn't on the street that the GPS tells you it's on.
I hate that.
It's they always go to it either goes like to the house on the actual street or I don't know where, but I've seen the picture of the door a million times and I cannot track it down. But the most recent issue I've had is like, let's say the street that I lived on was like Dallas. So I put like 1234 Dallas Street, but I ordered something from like Indonesia. So they put it as like 1234 Dallas, didn't put the street. So now my package is in Dallas and I can't figure out how to get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
We
is
gotta
it?
stop
So it just
naming
went to
streets after
1, 2, 3,
cities.
4 in Dallas. I mean,
it's at a USPS in Dallas and I keep trying to call and I cannot get an answer.
so you know,
That's
our
really
producer here, Tyler.
yeah.
A year or two ago, a couple years, about 2 years ago, he ordered something, and yeah, you forgot about it, didn't you? He ordered something that was supposed to come here, and it got marked as delivered, and he didn't get it, and he didn't know where it was, and he got a call from Tyler's on the drag,
What?
and was like, "Hey, we have a package here for you."
How do you fuck that up?
Right,
So
it's like
they
Yeah.
saw Tyler A and they're like, Tyler's on the drag, let's go. Throw
yeah,
it
they
in,
just
let's
took
go,
it to a
let's fucking take
store
it.
called Tyler's and left it there.
Man.
That's insane.
That's so strange.
Hey man, but you could have gotten a Tyler's Keep Austin Weird shirt or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they sell. I have.
Is there a store in Austin called Barbara? Because now I'm nervous.
Barbara Ella.
Barbarella's.
Ah,
So if I have any missing packages, I'll call up the
They're
club.
They're not going to give it
there's
to
an
you. Have you
excuse
been
to
to
go.
Barb's?
Not lately.
Seedy.
Yeah.
dude, I miss Barbs.
We used to
I
go
love
there.
Barb's.
Man, I was thinking back to this. I'm now almost 10 years in Austin.
Mm.
And when I first moved here, like the first 5 years or so, we would go down to like Dirty Six downtown all the time, like every weekend.
Gross.
And then, yeah, very gross. But I was 22. So it was
Grosser.
Time is right.
Being 22 is gross. Being 22 is gross.
Being 32,
Sick.
also a little gross.
Little girl.
But a lot in a different way.
Different gross.
22.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm way older than that.
28? 27?
I'm 27.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm a proper adult. I'm in my late
She
20s.
says,
There you
"Thank
go.
I'm
You're in your late 20s.
I am ricocheting towards 30 at a rate that I do not enjoy.
Okay, well now I have to ask. You said you got something from like Indonesia. What was it?
Shirts. I follow like an artist on Instagram and they do seasonal drops, so they have like a summer, fall, winter, spring drop.
Okay.
And I finally was able to buy something from their summer drop because I never get there in time because they are always like, I'm opening the doors at 8 a.m. CST and I'm like, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever put an alarm on your phone or
Yes.
calendar for something
Yes.
to buy?
absolutely.
I did that.
I've done that once or twice.
That's how I got it this time.
Yeah. But now it's in Dallas.
Yeah, and now it's in Dallas and I'm never gonna get that shirt. It's awesome.
So you've been here 10 years now, Barbara. Are you approaching that point where you can say, like, you remember Austin before it was shitty, or
Jesus.
you get mad at all the new transplants who move here?
No, I think no. Because I'm more self-aware than that, I think,
you're
to be
Canadian.
like, well, I'm a transplant, so I don't think I could ever be mad at transplants. But there are a lot of people who move to Austin every day, and it's a little overwhelming what this city has become. And just like seeing different neighborhoods and different
Yeah.
parts of Austin like just
The road,
explode.
the roads all feel like they were built as a bit, like a joke.
Yeah.
Like someone was like someone in like a city planning was like,
I dare you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're fucking
I dare you to
crazy.
take the main interstate through the city and then split it
Dude.
for a mile and then
Yeah.
put it back together.
Yeah.
This is
Literally,
gonna be a one-way street.
I've never,
for no, but only between 4 and 7 p.m.
I will never understand the splitting of the highway.
Yo, it's dumb.
And I don't know why. And you guys probably experienced this too. It could be fucking 2 a.m.
Yeah.
or 7 a.m. or 12 in the afternoon. It could be a Friday. It could be a Saturday. It could be a Monday. Whatever it is. When you get off the top ramp
Yeah.
and merge back with the bottom.
Yeah.
Traffic all
Yeah.
the time.
I don't get
Yeah.
it.
For no
I
reason.
don't get it.
Except everyone's changing lanes at the last minute, or when you're getting to the split, someone
Oh.
decides they need to be on the other one,
Oh
on the
my
upper or the lower, and they have to
God. And they
cross all the lanes.
just-
Like,
It's
they're
like
both
that
going to
meme.
the same
I'm like,
place.
just take the
Sorry.
exit.
Go. Just
Just keep going. Stop! Don't stop.
It's infuriating.
it's is that worse or better than what the one to the other highway used to be?
oh.
The one that takes you to the domain?
Oh, gosh.
Because they
like,
closed the
zone
one
one?
exit. I feel like I complained about this last time I was on the podcast. They closed the
Justified.
one exit to get to the other highway,
What?
like going north. Exit
Oh,
240.
They closed the 183.
183.
Yeah,
ramp?
to get the 180.
Yeah,
They
they're
blew it up.
redoing
Flyover.
it.
And
Yeah.
the only way to get onto 183 is they've got the sides. They got a frontage road that is 2 lanes.
It's the worst.
There's 2 fucking lanes,
Some
and it takes 15 minutes just to get back on the highway.
Yep.
Yeah.
See,
some
I've
guy
been here long
riding a
enough to
tractor.
be mad about traffic.
Yeah,
And the way
Some
Austin
guy
is built.
riding a tractor in Kansas is listening to this while he's doing his crops or something. And he's like, these fucking city slickers.
City slickers.
Man,
Yeah, I remember sitting on the RT podcast when I was 22, 23 years old, and you guys would be like, Austin driving traffic, nah," and I'm just like, la 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 la.
nothing ever changes.
Now you know.
Now I'm part of it. Now
yeah.
I'm old enough.
When I moved here in 1998, and in the amount of time I've lived here, the city population, Oster proper, has doubled in population.
Yeah.
Or I guess at this point now more than doubled.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so fucking crazy to me to think we have not increased any for the most part. And there's been no capacity increase on the roads. It's just like, let's just jam twice as many people on there.
They're just like, guys, just let's not be rash. They could all leave. Don't build anything yet. What if we build
You
the
never know.
infrastructure and they leave? Then what?
That was the problem. I think Austin actively fought growth
Yeah.
up until maybe about the mid 90s. Like they intentionally did nothing to try to
What shut that?
accommodate growth.
The our biggest highway being 3 lanes only is a great,
Again,
awful decision.
I am from Georgia. I'm from Atlanta. There is a literal 8-9 lane highway that still gets backed up. But like, at least it
we need
exists.
that.
I can't.
Magic.
Yeah.
I realized recently that Atlanta proper has less than like 500,000 people.
Yeah.
It's like 490,000.
Well, yeah, because it's all strip clubs. There's no room for condos. The
Hell yeah.
districting won't let them. You know how most states the Capitol building has to be the tallest building? In Atlanta, it's a strip club.
Is it?
So,
Cool.
Is it the Claremont
Yeah.
Lounge?
yeah, it's the Claremont Lounge.
What's the tallest building in
Old
Austin?
biddies. Huh?
What's the tallest building in Austin?
Fair.
It's definitely not
It's
the
the
Capitol.
Independent, I think.
It's not the W. No.
No. I think it's the Independent.
Is that
Oh,
the one
hotel.
that just went up
Yeah,
east of the
think
highway?
so.
Because it's
I like the
there's
glitch building.
we were out. Barbara and I were doing something recently for a shoot that's going to come out later, but we were all around downtown Austin, and I was just like, I kept looking at this skyline because I haven't been living downtown in over a year and a half, and it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it is the Independent. It's the one that looks like it's not finished at the very top.
Yeah,
It's west of the highway, though, or west of 35.
I think the biggest bummer with what's been going on is like I used to have this one coffee shop that was like a mile away from my apartment that I used to go to every day with Dutch, and then the last time I drove by it, it's literally hot pink and it has neon signs all inside, and it's like an Instagram spot. Where
Oh,
you go
yeah.
in. It's
They
revival.
got the fruity pebble latte. Do we?
I fucking hate you, dude. They have a fruity pebble latte.
Yeah.
I haven't gone back because it just breaks
Well,
my
I
heart.
think
Did it
we,
not used to look like that?
except for the
it used to-
podcast.
it was so
Let's go get some free
chill.
pepper.
Like it was like just kind of a whatever blue, and they had very minimal. Like they had like local artists bring in their paintings and hang
Oh,
up
okay.
shit. I used to go in there and write all the time, and now it just
You got the
looks
Dear
like
Diary.
what?
Dear Diary.
What is that?
It's a coffee shop that kind of sounds like what you're describing. They sell a lot of local indie artist stuff in there.
Yeah,
They got like zines and T-shirts and
see, that's cool.
stickers. Yeah.
There's a few coffee shops that are still like that, where it's like I think that a coffee shop needs to be relaxing and chill.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like a onslaught to your senses where you go in and
Yeah.
you're like,
That place is violently pink.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys also in your older age become less a fan of loud music.
No. I need it louder.
Oh, really?
She hasn't reached that age yet.
Man, we were hanging out for 4th of July, and the person's whose house we were at was playing music on like a Bluetooth speaker,
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
To the point where
Good
people were like,
speaker.
"Yeah, so like, what do you think you're gonna do later today?" La la, like talking like that. They went inside for a second. I went over to the Bluetooth speaker and just lowered the volume, just so it was like
Yeah.
enough of an ambiance, so
Yeah.
it's still there, but not so I have to like talk super
Yell
loud.
over it, yeah.
To be fair, the playlist they were playing was United States helicopter Vietnam playlist or something. So it's songs you'd listen to
Yeah.
while in Vietnam in a helicopter.
Well, they did that because it was too bright outside to start the fireworks. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
you just need to disturb the peace
Somehow.
Somehow,
You need to be an asshole.
somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
I bought a sound system for my garage. It's like big ass speakers, and I'll fucking blast that. Like, granted, the family next door has a 1-year-old, and I
Yeah.
try to be cognizant of that. But at
No,
the same
you-
time,
I think
like,
there's a
No.
time and a place.
Yeah, you keep it awake during the day so they can sleep through the night. You're doing them a service.
You're doing them a favor.
Yeah, they should be paying you for that. You kidding me?
They should. Yeah, they should have chipped in a little bit for that sound
Yeah,
system.
just like Venmo them for 10% of the cost.
when the big freeze happened, the big freeze down in Austin, me and like a couple of other dudes in my like street, we're all hanging out around a fire because this was the only fucking thing we could do.
There was
Like
no
an outside
electricity.
fire?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we're
burning your
so
furniture.
cold.
Just imagine it around a trash can.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, we were basically there. I was like, I'm gonna run back to my house. I'm gonna grab a can of beans because that's what I've got to contribute to this.
Okay,
whole thing.
Rorschach.
So then we put a can of beans on the fire, and we're just like, these are good beans.
Did it?
These are good beans.
How do you open it?
Yeah, what?
Or
I got a
does
can
it-
opener.
No. Or do you cook it closed?
Oh no, it would explode if you cooked it.
I don't
closed.
know.
You silly goof.
You
She's
gotta have
only
systems, yeah.
27.
She's a little
Sorry, I
baby.
forget how young she is sometimes. Anyways, the guy next door revealed a lot because I said something about like exercising in my garage, and then he basically said like, "Fuck you" in a way. He went on this little thing where it made it seem like his like wife watched me work. It was really weird.
Okay.
I don't know where this is going, but
Well, where did it
But
go,
music.
though? How did that end?
Well, I like watching a workout on my peeping cam in your garage.
you planted one.
That's why we pay for
Real
the lights
subtle.
here.
It's
Your OnlyFans is popping.
They're making them. I should make one.
Gusco bringing you Blaine workouts since 2021.
Have you seen those? They make them so tiny now.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. Like those
terrifying.
ones that look like
It's like paperclip sized.
no, they look like wall chargers, like for your phone, like where you plug a USB into.
Yeah.
Yikes!
I've
if-
seen videos of people at like Airbnbs
Yeah.
finding those and being like,
Creepy.
are we being recorded?
It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
I still do the mirror check whenever I go to Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Just
What do
like,
you mean?
so if you put your hand up to a mirror
Finger.
and you don't have a space between your reflection, like if
So like you're touching fingers.
Yeah.
it needs to
things
be like
usually a
this. You
tiny
want to make
little
sure you're
space.
not touching tips. If you're touching tips, then someone is probably watching you try to touch your tip.
It,
Yeah.
it could be the sign of a double-sided mirror.
So
Yeah.
you don't want to touch tips. Touching tips is bad.
Touching tips is bad. Well, I mean, yeah.
To each their
in a
own.
mirror, touching tips. is-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
Anyways.
inherently bad.
Yeah. Just it's context based, really. Also, like double mirror. If you're gonna go through the trouble of installing a double mirror, like sure, look at my titties. Who gives a shit?
hmm
It's not that great. It's fine. Well, no, my tits are great, but it's like
Gonna say.
fine. Like go for it. You went through all the trouble of installing a double mirror. Like sure, fine.
Sure, fine.
Have we look at you, you fucking creep.
Do you think you've ever stayed in like a hotel room that could be like cammed up somewhere or like had
I'm-
like little creepy vibes to it?
I'm normally diligent about looking around. I'm a paranoid. It's no surprise that I'm a paranoid person.
We stayed at a hotel one time for a convention in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
That was like the weirdest hotel I've ever stayed in.
Mhm.
I forget what it was called. It wasn't like a Hilton or like a chain. And in the room was a single bed.
Sure.
First time I've
Like
ever
a
seen
twin, like
a twin bed.
a dorm.
A wooden night table with a lamp on it,
Mhm.
and I think like one dresser that had some drawers in it.
Oh,
I don't think there was a TV in there.
okay.
I think there was like 3 outlets or something like that.
How much was the stay though?
I don't know because it was the convention
$18.
thing, but it was the same hotel where the convention was happening.
Mm.
And of course, because of all this, you could assume probably didn't have room service. Correct, did not have any room service, so you'd have to go downstairs to the hotel restaurant to get food, and it was just like
Scam.
covered in attendees everywhere. So you're like, I have no privacy to eat. I
This
don't
is
know
like
what to do.
Free DoorDash and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yikes.
middle of nowhere,
Woof.
Omaha, Nebraska.
I stayed at a hotel once that the hotel bar was manned by the front desk staff.
Yeah,
It's like the front desk continued and then it eventually turned into a bar. And it's like if you wanted something to drink, you'd go to the
Hell
bar.
yeah.
And when they were done checking people in, they'd come over to the bar.
I feel like that's
so
the opposite
funny.
of what I experienced. That I could go.
I hope
Also,
they got paid well.
I just want to say, I love meeting people at conventions. I'm not trying to say being around attendees is not a fun thing.
We need some fucking privacy.
But if you want to just go eat by
Yeah.
yourself and
Well,
have some
it's
time
a safety
alone,
thing also.
also a safety.
There was
thing.
there was one time where I still geek out about this moment. Just like sometimes I geek out about the fact that I hang out with like Gus and Barbara and Kayla, of course.
Best friends.
Sounds extraordinary.
Yeah, well, no, like because I used to be a big fan of like Freddie Wong, and he was on some shoot that we did ages ago. What was it? Gauntlet. And I got to meet him there, and he was like really cool. And then the next year at RTX, he recognized me, and I was like, "Oh, cool! You know, Freddie knows, you know, who I am." So like, and we like went and got breakfast at a Starbucks, and it was during RTX, and this guy was like filming us the entire time we were just hanging out. And I was like, "Nah, this is kind of
That's
weird."
uncomfy.
Which is like, if you want a picture,
Oh yeah,
totally
say
fine.
hey.
Yeah.
But it's just like when people do it without you knowing, that's when
Yeah.
it's a little.
Don't be
Yeah.
surreptitious.
That's a good word.
Thank
Be-
you.
I'm going to add that
Be
to my
very-
calendar.
Titious.
Extremely titious.
Yeah.
Supertitious.
Man, I had to. So I said I had a week. The Amazon thing was just the tip of the iceberg, or the UPS thing
Oh
was
boy,
just the
here
tip
we
of the
go,
iceberg.
guys.
I went to a doctor the other day.
Uh-oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a long time. It's been 43 years. Finally saw one. See what all the fuss is about.
So like you popped out and then you just never went again.
Yeah, never went back. Like,
Yeah.
And you
Went
said,
to the
You're
same
"Doctor, I am
doctor.
Pagliacci."
You're like, that sucked. That was awful. Worst day of my life. I'm never going again. As a baby, of course.
I'd had like dandruff, right? Like flakes coming off my head.
Mhm.
I was like tried a dandruff shampoo. Wasn't doing anything. Too much information for the listeners at home. I apologize. But turns out it's psoriasis. So I went to go see a dermatologist.
Oh,
I was like,
no.
hey, I've got psoriasis on my head. I told him, I think I've got psoriasis on my head. It's like flaky
It's a
skin.
flaking of the skin.
Yeah, dry
Okay.
skin.
Yeah, he looks at it and he's like, yeah, you got psoriasis. Just like start using these drops on your head. It'll clear it up.
Huh.
Well, he said it'll get it under control. He didn't say it'll clear it up. But the process to see him was fine. But the thing I complain about is there's way too many confirmations. It's like I make the appointment. Then they text me to confirm to make sure I'm going. Then I get an email that's like, we have all your information. Then they call and they're like, oh, don't forget, you got an appointment tomorrow. It's like, you could just pick one of these three things and it would be fine. But it's like, and then sometimes I get them all at the same time. It's like the email and then I get a text and then my phone starts ringing instantly.
Well,
It's
it's also like, which one do you want me to confirm on?
right.
Because if you confirm on one, do you have to do the others too?
Right. And if I
Or-
miss one of them, is my appointment canceled? It's like,
Dude.
I get it. You don't want people canceling on you or whatever. It's like, but just pick one.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I'm getting so many contacts. And now I'm getting like, I'm on an email list about
Oh.
No, I'm not on an email list about psoriasis, but like now I feel like I'm on an
Getting
email
targeted
list. Like I
ads
gotta
for psoriasis shampoos.
unsubscribe.
Yep.
They know way too much about me.
Just a lot of
That's
a lot
so
of
annoying.
AdSense just saying, you have a flaky scalp, sir?
Yeah, I think look at this shampoo.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll help you. It's so annoying,
I hate that for
but
you.
it's helping. It doesn't flake
I was
as
going to
much.
say, as long as it's helping.
Yeah.
It's
I-
worth the
I've only been
confirmations.
I've only been using it a few days.
I need to look into that because I think I get that sometimes. Little flakes
Uh-oh.
in the scalp.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's like little bits of skin.
Yeah,
flake off. Yeah.
It's like I'm a mummy just like disappearing into the wind or something.
Yeah, they gave me like some drops, and then you just said like after my shower, just put like wherever the flakiness is. For me, it's like over here and here. Just like put some drops on the head, on the scalp, and massage it in.
How
You
often do you
ever
guys go to the doctor, though?
fine.
Huh?
Yearly thing? Doctor?
Like, personally?
Yeah.
I have to go more than normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been in a bit. Like I switched dentist, and when I say switched dentist, I canceled my last one. I haven't gotten a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But doctor,
sucks.
you don't go on a regular basis?
You get your annual?
No, God, that guy's dry as fuck. I think the last time, maybe I'm not remembering. He's a real boring guy.
Oh.
Okay.
Him when he
I was
told
like,
me,
in what context are we saying dry?
Do you want a jokester doctor?
gets a good point. Well, this guy though, like it's
Bad news, buddy. You're in full health. Do you want that?
yeah, I mean,
Why?
You have a
Bro,
terminal
Alex.
case of the happies.
Yeah. You don't want that.
well, but I also don't want the guy that's like touching my balls and turning my head, telling me to turn my head and cough to be like,
Giggling.
no, he's just really.
We have to be
dry.
mean.
I don't know. Like I'm a kind of big personality. I want somebody to like kind of match my energy a little bit. You know?
All I care about in a doctor is that they listen.
Yeah.
A lot of doctors will like kind of rush things along a little bit
Yeah.
or like assume like what you're going to say or like think that they know what is wrong with you before you have time to really fully explain things. So that to me is the only important factor in a doctor. That you listen and care.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're funny. I don't care if they poke me in the belly after making a joke.
So
Actually, maybe I would mind that. That would be a little
my
weird.
regular doctor, he's great. I love my regular doctor, but sometimes I feel like we talk about things too much.
Oh, really?
Like I've been seeing the doctor a lot lately. There's like nothing major, just like various middling things like fucking psoriasis on my head.
Yeah.
But like I went and I saw my regular doctor. Normally, to answer your earlier question, normally I go at least once a year for like a checkup. But then
Yeah.
like if anything pops up, I'll go. Like, I'm not afraid of the doctor. I'll go see him for whatever. But I went and I saw my regular doctor recently, and I was like, hey, I hate to sound like a hypochondriac, but like I read about this disorder online, and I told my doctor, like, hey, I read about this thing online, and I've got like every symptom of it. And I said, like, it's nothing bad, it's nothing major, just like potentially if you have this problem, it could lead to heart problems down the road. So I was like, I just want to know, is there a test you can run to see if I have this to make sure my heart's okay? And he talked with me for about 20 minutes about that disorder, and I was like, I really appreciate this, but I read a lot about it.
Very thorough.
I read all of this stuff already, but like you're being very thorough. And at the end of the 20 minutes, he's like, but ultimately, you just want to check your heart, I'm sure, right? I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, we'll just do a CT on your heart.
Did you get a echocardiogram by any chance?
He said that for this particular thing, no, that a CT of the heart would be a better diagnosis.
Echocardiogram, I had that done. It's like an ultrasound almost. Like they just
is it the gel?
The gel, and they just do some beep, 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 beep,
No,
beep. And like you lie on your side.
Isn't it the every time I go, I feel like they're really pressing in.
In the rib cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten
Really?
that. That shit
Yeah, it
sucks,
hurts.
dude.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I realized what I want in a
echocardiogram.
doctor. I want a guy that goes in there and then he recognizes, he's like, you've been working out. I want a guy that'll be like, you look fucking ripped. And I'll be like,
I don't need to do your BMI. You're fine.
That's what I want. But I also
Get
want a
outta
guy
here.
that's like, you should watch your testicles though. I'm like, all right.
I think everyone should go to the doctor once a year.
Yeah,
Just
get
for good
stuff
measure.
checked out.
Yeah.
Ladies, go to the gynecologist once a year. Some gynecologists also do like your whole physical as well.
Oh, really? I have a question for you, very personal.
Go for it.
Male or female OB?
I have a female OB.
Yeah.
There was one time where I had my usual doctor was like out of town or something like that, or
Yeah.
like she was too busy to see me, and I had to get a checkup for something.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, this other doctor's here. Would you be okay seeing him?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine."
Yeah.
I honestly like couldn't care less at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question
I think
for
when I
the
was younger,
room.
I cared. Now I don't.
Yeah.
When getting a therapist, because I've been looking into trying to get therapy. I tried
That's
for a
not what
bit.
an OB is.
Oh, I know that, but I'm saying
I mean, it could
therapy.
be.
It's a similar question because I was
it's
trying to
personal?
find some. I actually got turned away by several people in a concerning way, and I was like, no one wants to give me therapy. Should I get a dude or a lady?
That's total personal preference.
Yeah, I personally could never have a male therapist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I want like some mom vibes from the therapist, so that might be lady. But then I also want like a guy who's like maybe like kind of knows exactly what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do.
I think
Get both.
also the thing
two
about
therapists?
therapists is like you could always start with one, and then if you're not feeling it, you could like
Change to another.
Yeah.
therapists are basically they know it's not about them. It's
Yeah.
like you're trying to find the right person for you, and there's an understanding that if someone isn't the right fit, it's not taken personally.
I just want a therapist that's like, dude, you've been working out. You'll take that.
Well, hey, what do you? Hey, you seem to lift a lot. What are you trying to escape?
Yeah.
What are you trying
Who
to
are you
fight
trying to
inside?
fight, Blaine?
What
Are you trying to
demon?
you
lift your
fighting?
feelings?
Why don't you try uplifting yourself, Blaine?
Is this
This is your homework for
a
today.
desk
No.
plug or... Do they give homework?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes.
I don't know if I want
You
therapy
don't
anymore.
have to.
You don't
You
have
can
to
take it
do
pass
it.
fail.
You know you pay them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, you don't have to do it. I mean, if you don't want to get better,
I've been journaling. That's been helping.
that's good.
Journaling's fun. You just write and write and write.
Was that what I didn't look at it, but you had like
Yeah, I left it on the kitchen table. I shouldn't have done that.
a book, on your table.
That's what it was. You didn't look at it, did you,
No, I didn't look at it.
Barbara?
It had bees
There's
on the
some
cover.
very
That's why I
scathing
thought it was
stuff
cool.
about you. In
You
there,
think I
guys.
could read?
Not my fucking shaking
She only
scratches.
reads Canadian. She can't read American.
That's when you write in English, but it's got like a French accent some of the times.
Yeah, some umlauts here and there, just for fun.
All right, so get two
Accent de toi.
therapists.
Speaking of doctors and stuff like that, I ordered something online because I've been having like, as most millennials do, stomach issues. Where like I've been getting like random bloating every now and then, and I know some people say like, oh, try the elimination diet,
Yeah.
where you eliminate certain types of foods from your diet and then slowly add them back and see like what
Uh-huh.
interacts with you.
I get that too.
So I found this food sensitivity test that you could order. You basically give blood samples and then send it in. It's kind of like
Oh, did you do that?
You give your own blood?
not yet.
Oh.
So I ordered it, got it, and this morning before we shot today, before doing that, it's one of those things where you get a thing to prick your finger, and then you have to like bleed onto a card where it has circles on
Yeah.
it. And I do this thing, and Trevor knows this about me. I get so impatient where I don't read full instructions of things. I just like, okay, it wants me to put the blood in the circles. Cool. So I'll prick and then put the blood there, blah, 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 blah. after doing this and after it was like already dry, I'm like just looking through the rest of the website and it's like, make sure you fill the circles with blood. And I had maybe put just like a thing just like in the center of it. And it's like, this is not acceptable. This is not enough blood to collect data, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, there's a second pricker in here. I'll just prick my other finger and like do it there. And like I did that. And they're like, if you're not sure about your sample, you could email us with a picture and we'll tell you whether or not it's good. Emailed them and they're like, you can't overlap. You have to basically like
one source.
Yeah. So like you keep bleeding into the circle
Barbara
so it doesn't
ain't got
dry.
time to bleed.
So it doesn't dry and then you put more blood over it because it's like
That's weird. That
it's just the way it does.
works
So
that way.
that's why I have two band-aids on
Oh.
two different. They're also like, we don't recommend you use a different finger.
Why'd you go with your middle fingers?
Yeah.
You went with like your ring finger.
Because you're supposed to do it on the side. I don't know. I thought like my pointer finger would be more sensitive, so I did it
Yeah.
on these.
I could see that. No, I
Size?
get your reasoning.
Yeah,
I
and
get
so,
your reasoning.
So I have to redo it again. So
That
they're sending
sucks.
me a new kit.
Well, at least they were cool about it.
Yeah, I think it happens.
I've been really curious about this food sensitivity test. I'm curious
I'll let you
to
know
see
how it goes.
how it goes for you. I've been wanting to order, but yeah, I've just been like real. I haven't pulled the trigger on it.
Let me be the test dummy for it.
I get like bloaty farty, and I sometimes think it's from Chipotle. So I'm wondering if it's like the barbacoa, if it's the cheese.
There's also I ordered
You know
just
what
like the basic food sensitivity test. There's also I think a more
Yeah.
elaborate one that has like tests for more different
Yeah, I should do
types of
that.
things.
I'm assuming you drink all the protein shakes. Is it not the
I
whey?
was gonna say the protein.
Whey makes you mad gassy.
No.
Sorry,
Blaine's not going to blame that.
people listening.
No.
You also ate that chicken burrito.
Oh, it's a few days old.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that, Kayla?
No.
Blaine had a
what would you-
burrito.
What would you do? Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll
Had a-
set up the scenario.
Had a burrito from Chipotle
Okay.
Yeah.
that you, I guess, didn't eat or ate partially and left out.
So no, I
You can tell the
ordered.
story, too.
I ordered 2 burritos.
Okay.
Because if I'm going to order, I want to make sure it's worth my time and the driver's time.
Okay.
2 burritos.
2 burritos.
Eat 1. Go upstairs. Do some reading.
Yeah.
3 hours,
journaling.
20 minutes later.
3 hours later.
I remember that the burrito is on my kitchen counter.
Yeah.
So then I put it into the fridge.
Okay.
So it's been sitting out room temperature.
Yeah.
Plus the car trip over.
Yeah.
You know,
4
3.5,
hours.
4
Yeah.
hours. Do you eat that burrito?
I've eaten worse.
Yeah, that's what
I've
I'm
left food out just on the counter and come back to it the next morning like,
saying. Kayla's my type of trash.
Yeah.
Hell
she,
yeah.
She gets it.
yeah.
It's
I
funny.
Paid, I paid for it. It was like $18, and I had to tip
Not
$5.
gonna
Dude,
waste
right?
it. Not
Eat
gonna
it.
waste your money.
It's a $20
exactly.
burrito
not
with like
gonna-
all the
We're
service
not
That's
saying
what I'm
waste it.
saying.
Just saying he should have put it in the fridge
Well,
immediately.
I was drunk.
That would imply
probably.
Blaine being, you know.
Yeah.
But no,
Thinking
no,
ahead.
I was thinking ahead because if you put hot food into your
Yeah,
refrigerator,
Gordon Ramsay said, "Don't do that. It'll go fetid."
boom.
Yeah.
He said
That's
that.
all bullshit.
Also,
Yeah,
I
you do have
also
to
I
let it
heard that it
cool.
lowers the temperature of your refrigerator.
Raises the temperature.
Really?
Raises the temperature.
There you go.
That's why.
When you put hot stuff in your fridge, it gets colder.
if it doesn't smell bad, I'm gonna eat it.
It's funny because we had a live stream. It was a Thursday, and Blaine was talking about it on the stream. And I guess my mom was watching. So after the stream was done, she just texted me, "Don't eat the burrito," and I was just like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, Blaine."
I literally just finished the
And I
burrito
was
when I
like,
got the text.
I'll text
That's
him.
funny.
And I was like, my mom says not to eat it because she's a dietitian. She knows
Yeah.
about food and
Nah.
all that stuff.
I feel like
she's
if I
also a
don't-
mom.
I feel like if I don't know, it can't hurt me. Like if you know the like my girlfriend.
It's mental.
Well, I've never worked in food service, but my girlfriend has. And every time I do something that is food unsafe, she's like, "You shouldn't do that. It's bad." And I'm just like, "I've been doing this my whole life. It hasn't killed me yet." And also, hey, if you're eating the burrito that you left out for 6 hours on the counter, don't worry about what's in the vaccine.
Listen,
Oh, God.
I'm saying.
Jesus.
I'm saying.
Hey, speaking of live streams, I just remembered I need to coordinate our stream for Thursday. What should we stream?
What should we stream? Chat, what should we stream on Thursday
What should we stream on Thursday?
for our gaming stream?
Let us know. It's going to be Barbara, Blaine, and me. You want to stream with us, Kayla?
Thursday?
Thursday?
What time?
12:45.
Sorry, guys. She's got
1 to
spreadsheets.
3.
I might be
1-3?
doing spreadsheets.
All right.
What
then just-
game should all 4 of us play if Kayla's available?
Yeah, let us know in chat. I'm keeping an eye on it. I think I'm supposed to let someone know by the end of the day today. So
Pokemon
please
Unite.
let me know sooner rather than later so I can let them know what we're streaming.
I hung out with my niece this weekend and the rest of my family, but my niece talks to me a lot about Minecraft because she's 6, I guess, and that's what 6-year-olds do. I was thinking, I wonder, like, if I should pitch a Let's Play just for my niece, where I get all of you guys to build something in
God.
Minecraft just for my niece.
I would love to get bodied by a child. Just completely bodied in Minecraft.
I don't think is it competitive. I don't know.
No, but they do like I've played Minecraft with my baby cousin before. He'll be like, "Yeah, just do this," and the next thing I know, I'm like dying from lava or something, and I'm like, "Oh, that was mean. You tricked me."
Yeah,
You got me.
Yeah,
Do y'all have Mario Party? Some people are saying Mario Party.
I have Mario Party.
I played that for the first time on Saturday.
Oh, hell yeah. Do you have a Switch?
played that yesterday.
Do I have a Switch dock?
The problem is, we would need someone, because usually John would like host it
Yeah.
on stream because he has a dock for it. A dock.
I think I have a dock.
I'm able to
think.
stream mine.
Dock.
We can use my screen.
All right. Yeah. Well, look, I might be able to do it, but if not, maybe I'll
Okay.
keep you as a backup.
We'll do some Mario Party.
Do
If you're available.
Yeah. Do you want to play Mario Party?
Sure.
Hammer
All right.
bro.
I'm gonna
Man,
send you an
that's so
invite
much
right now.
easier than like emailing and slacking to be like, hey, I was wondering if you might be free this time to this time. You will need this equipment.
Yeah.
Rather than be like, hey, yo.
That's one of the things I miss about like getting together and working in the office.
friend
It's like if something comes up, just like walking over to someone's
Yeah.
door and popping in and be like, "Hey, can you do this thing?" Yeah, cool. All right, we'll do it.
That's how I was able to shame Gavin into a lot of my productions because normally if you just send him an email or Slack,
He doesn't answer.
fucking
Oh,
best of luck. But
Yeah.
if you go into him and you say direct it to his face, "I'll kill you if you don't do this," then he'll do it.
Or like if you're like, you want to do this thing, and be like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, remember that time on the podcast you said, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Mr. Moonman likes your pants, Gus.
Thank you, Mr. Moonman. Also, thank you to Chat. It was Chat who suggested Mario Party.
Hell yeah.
Tight.
Good
I
stuff.
mean-
Good
That's
stuff.
what we're doing. I hold on. Give me just a second. I gotta let him know.
I'm going to add you to the calendar invite.
I just did
Never mind. Did you do it on your end or on our production
on the
calendar?
production calendar.
Excellent.
We are gonna stream. I'm
You
letting
guys
the
are
TD
peek
know
behind the
we're gonna
curtain.
Oh, yeah, peek
stream
behind the curtain. That's my favorite part. is
Mario
when,
Party.
I'm listening to a podcast and they start talking about not the podcast.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Done.
Little
Done.
business
and
things.
Done.
Excellent.
How the sausage is made.
Was there something else I was supposed to do? I feel like there was something else I was supposed to do.
The airplane
Did you
on
have to
the
give
cup behind Gus looks
metadata
like a
on
dick.
something?
Yeah, but I can fill that out later. I got to do that by Friday. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Little bit.
Oh, it
Um,
does. It's phallic.
50 turns. Nuh-uh.
No.
Our stream's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
What do you think we are?
We'll do 20 turns, and we'll rush to get that done. Oh, I know. One of the things I guess we got to figure out. We're going to be
Oh, yeah.
moving.
I think next week is the last podcast
Yeah.
that we'll have.
We're going to be redoing the set and like moving a little bit.
Going to LA, baby.
But all my
No.
friends live in this
Going to Los
neighborhood.
Angeles, baby.
No.
I thought this was going to be our last episode on this right here on this spot, but that's not true. Next week will be our last on this set in this configuration. We're not like ditching the set or anything. Just things are going to be a little different. You may notice like the angles look a little different or the lighting's a little different. Hopefully from the viewer end, it won't be that much of a difference. But next week will be their last time like this. Then we're going to have a couple of weeks where we're in transition, and
Probably
then
a
we'll.
temporary setup for
Yeah.
a few weeks. Yeah.
And if you're a listener on like Spotify or you're blind, you won't notice the difference.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Everything will be great.
hopefully
What you
not.
don't know won't hurt you.
I would
yeah.
actually.
I felt like I haven't said anything about it. Now I finally remembered.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
excited for that thing to happen because if it does or when it does,
When it
Well,
does.
When-
it's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
that's
happening.
then like in when if
Ooh,
we
moving
come back
vlog.
into office, then it's gonna be like new things, and that'll be like
Yeah.
coming back fresh.
I love change.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like just a change of scenery, change of like something like that, especially after being through the last like year and a half of all of this and
George
like
just said you're fired, but that's okay
It's
though. 'cause you
crazy.
love-
Tell Jordan the mic overrode him.
the
the mic said
fired
I
you.
can stay.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat was like, "You guys should do a moving vlog." I think that would be a nice little arty life.
I don't want to oversell this. It's not going to be like
We're
a
going
huge
to LA,
thing.
baby.
Whoa, I can't believe we're
I don't
going
know.
all
I think
that
it
way.
could be.
It's hopefully, ideally, it's going to be mostly the same.
See, I'm pushing for more change.
It's gonna be violently
Gus is pushing
different.
for less change.
I'm an old man. Change scares me.
I hope you guys don't like RT red because that's going away. It's gonna be a new color. I was thinking mauve, perhaps a magenta, maybe a chartreuse.
I know
It's
what
funny
those are.
you bring that up, but with the squad team force, we were definitely like colors was such a huge discussion point where we're like, oh, we're separating ourselves from this RT core
Yeah.
kind of idea. So like no red
Yeah.
involved, but then like Achievement Hunter has a monopoly on green.
Yeah.
Funhouse had orange. Now they're more of a yellow
Yeah,
with their logo.
I really like it.
It's such a cute
It's
logo.
real cute.
But yeah.
Real good
You
shit.
think
think
about
the
primary
fans agree.
colors, like you're whittling down like a lot of your
Yeah.
options.
Yeah. I like what we ended up with though.
Yeah, it's a really good look.
It's very like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Kind of like I think you said it looked like a cup. One of those cups.
Yeah,
the-
like one of those like retro
swirls.
with the thing. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's I like it a lot. We spent a lot of time thinking about colors and logos and looks and names. I'm glad we're done with that.
Yeah.
Some
I heard
months.
you guys are gonna put the Face Jam van inside the building.
Oh,
And
Is
we're
that
gonna
true?
keep it running.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's gonna
keep
be
running.
going all day.
Yeah.
that's
We're all-
actually where the new RT podcast site's going to be.
Yeah.
That's where all the creative
Inside the
ideas come
Face Jam
from.
van.
Smelling those delicious smells.
Fumy fumes.
Yum, yum, yum.
They're taking that thing on the road. They announced that at RTX.
Yeah.
I don't know when
I did
they're.
that.
When are they doing that? Do you know? Have they announced when they're doing that?
Have they announced one?
When they're.
I don't
actually
think
hitting
I'm
the road?
allowed to say.
Okay.
Is that?
I'm asking if they announced when.
Right now.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But how? Because that thing fucking
Hey,
sucks.
Blaine?
It's a.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the last few times I've seen that van, it was in the place that I get my oil change because it's also a mechanic shop, and I was like, oh, that thing looks like it's a junk. Oh, that's the Face Jam van.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it driving because it like the shop
I've never seen it drive.
is over like
It
in that
used to.
direction. Yeah, and I like every now and then I'll see it driving. Like I'll always take photos of it.
Yeah.
And, like send it to.
I wonder what it's
Jordan.
like inside that place when the drives around. Like, is there a lot of like equipment and shit inside that van that has to be
No.
like secured before they drive it?
I feel like it'd be like a lot of like sauces and like like food that slipped
a bunch of
beneath the
boxes.
Yeah.
seats.
4
Yeah.
hour old Chipotle.
Yeah,
Bunch of fries. Well, the Texas heat keeps it eating temperature, so
That's
That's
true.
right.
It keeps it out of the danger zone.
Yeah.
it's like one of those like heat lamps at a Luby's.
exactly.
Or
I was debating whether I had like a sandwich I left in my car this morning.
something. It's a croissant sandwich.
Yeah, and it's just been in my car all day, and I was like, well, technically, it's the same temperature I got when I got it, so like,
It's fine.
It should be fine, right?
Well, no, like there's like a thing like what is it? Oh,
My car's probably like
now I'm
150
wondering.
degrees inside.
well, no, like a Big Mac can go 24 hours and it's still edible.
yeah.
Well, that's McDonald's.
Well, but this is like a someone scrambled some eggs and put some bacon and on a
Oh, there's eggs
croissant.
involved.
Yeah,
Ooh. You know, I
I'm
think
gonna go for it.
I think you'd be okay.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm not for
And
dinner.
if not, you'll have a bad couple hours.
I have a pretty strong stomach.
I do too.
Yeah,
I think I've only had food poisoning twice in my life.
same.
So I think that's like something you and I have in common where
Yeah.
it's like, we'll eat anything.
I can eat anything.
I'll eat stuff.
That's
I'll
why,
eat stuff that's
spoiler
been
alert, I volunteered to be the stomach or whatever.
Oh, on Camp
on- 'cause
Betrayal.
I knew I wouldn't throw up. I knew it would taste bad, but I knew I wouldn't throw up.
Kudos to you on that. I
Yeah.
couldn't
Are we
do it.
allowed to talk about like eliminations and stuff like that?
I think the finale comes
Why
out
do you hate women,
tomorrow.
Blaine?
What are you saying?
Why'd you vote all the women off, Blaine?
I don't know.
Why
No,
did
no,
you
no,
do
no, no, no. That is not equal. Blaine hates women. There
Well,
was
you
like
hate me and Kayla.
Yeah.
He just
damn
thinks
it.
they're not funny.
no. God damn it.
That's it.
Just redirect. I got a shirt from Brahms. Hey, let's
Is that
talk about that.
What is
well,
Brahms? What's Brahms?
That's the best ice cream store.
They acted
in
like
the
I was
South.
insane when I asked that.
I don't know
Brahms
what that
fucking
know what
rules.
Brahms is.
I don't
It's
know what
also
that
things
is.
are shit right now. Brahms makes everything better.
Okay. I love ice cream.
It's great stuff. My mom used to work there. She was putting herself through college and raising me and my sister, and was also working at Brahms.
Oh,
Does she know
And-
you hate women?
Fuck up. Why would you do that? This is such bullshit. Anyway, she
Blaine's
used
a
to
great
bring
person.
she used to bring me home a can of root beer from Brahms after every shift, and I have like this like just, that connection with Brahms root beer, and I was driving through part of Texas where there was like only one of the last Brahmses in Texas is there.
Yeah.
I think it's like somewhere near Waco. And my girlfriend and I were there, and I was like, "Oh, we should go so I could go get a root beer because I love the root beer."
Aw.
And I got the last 2-liter bottle because the old lady was like, "They're phasing that out. They're bringing in the A&Ws now."
A&W trash.
Fuck. But it was a really good root beer though.
Oh wait, no, not A&W. Sorry, Mug is trash.
Mug's
nope.
not good.
You open it and it is immediately decarbonated.
What about-
and it's
no good.
syrupy.
What about Bragg?
Barks.
Bargs.
Barks got
Barks
more
is
bite.
good.
I love
Barks
Barks.
got
Abita's
bite.
the best. Have you had an Abita?
No.
It's like a brewery in Louisiana.
Okay.
But besides making beer, they also make root beer.
How do you feel about IBC?
It's okay.
Okay, that's fair. I like the bottle. When I was a kid, I
The
just
bottle's
loved
cool.
the bottles.
But you should try an Abita root beer
Glass.
sometime.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'll try it.
It'll
I
change your
love
world.
root beer.
Yeah,
Very.
I went through a period in time where I was mixing root beer and Crown Royal and drinking that.
Yeah,
So
that's
college.
the shit.
It is fucking delicious.
That's the shit,
It
dude.
is so good.
I used to have that in college all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was such a college drink.
I've never mixed root beer with an alcohol before.
Crown Royal.
Crown Royal.
You're set.
Oh,
I don't think I've tried that either.
I'll never have a cognac before.
Well, listen, next podcast we're all on together. Gus, I think we know what to do.
Crown Royal and
We're
root beer.
making drinks.
Making
Yeah.
some drinks.
See, I'm like a gin tequila person.
Those are good.
Yeah.
So
But you like root beer. See, I think the Crown Royal just adds to the flavor of the
Yeah.
root beer. Yeah, it doesn't make it taste too different, which is why it's so good.
I've had friends who like Crown Royal, and it just never looked appealing. And they would also always get the apple flavored one.
oh,
What?
garbage.
Dude, any flavored alcohol like birthday cake vodka.
Grapefruit vodka is
Shoot
pretty
me.
good.
What?
Sorry,
You have flashbacks?
I just like astral projected to like nine of my friends all vomiting around one toilet because we were drinking birthday cake flavored UV or Pinnacle or some shit.
Oh God!
I remember one night in college, I had a bottle of rum, and I was like, I'm gonna finish this rum. I'm a pirate, and I just fucking blew chunks the whole night.
Disgusting.
And I
I'm
did
a
finish that bottle of
pirate.
rum.
One time, I was much younger. I must have been like 22, 23. I had a place down off of Riverside that I lived at, and I had a big party, had a bunch of people over. It was before Rooster Teeth. Had a bunch of friends over
Ancient times.
at the call center that I worked with. And one of them came over. It was this dude who was like a big drinker, and he showed up. Him and his roommate showed up, and they each had a suitcase of Milwaukee's Best.
Is that beer?
Yeah, like
Okay.
24 beers, like the
Okay.
cardboard.
Yeah.
they call
Big
it a
boy.
suitcase. It was a 24 pack of
Yeah.
12 ounces. And
Oh.
they showed up. They each drank their respective suitcases. No, I take it back. They showed up each with a bottle of Jack Daniels. That's what they showed up with. And I was like, why'd you each bring a bottle of Jack? And my coworker was like, I've never drank a bottle of Jack at once before. And my roommate said he hadn't either. So we both decided we're going to try it.
Oh my
They
God.
both drank the entire bottle of Jack each at my place. Then they're like, oh, we're going to be right back. Someone drove them down to the Albertsons that used to be off of Riverside. Then they each bought a suitcase of Milwaukee's Best, and they came back each with the suitcase and started drinking the beers. Yeah,
Built different.
and
Built different.
Yeah, no shit.
yeah, like they took off before it got bad. But I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit,
Are
those
they
guys!
alive?
Yeah, those guys are alcoholics. I was like, that is way too much alcohol for one person in one
Dude,
night.
give me like fucking like 2 sips off of that one bottle of Jack. I'd be done. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm
Ugh.
tipsy.
I used to love the honey one, the honey Jack.
Ooh.
It's so
That
good.
does sound pretty nice.
It's so good. I mean, it's trash, but it's so good.
I haven't drank really much at all this
I
past
was
year
about
and
to
a
say
half.
the fucking quarantine. Like
I
when
went,
vaccines were a thing and it was like it hit May, I felt comfortable enough that I had a vaccinated group of friends, so we did like a little birthday thing because my birthday aligned with a few other people's birthdays. So we like felt safe. We did this little hangout, and I just couldn't drink because I was just like I just got fucked up immediately. It's
Yeah.
because of the quarantine.
I have the lowest tolerance now. It's, I mean, it's good for that reason, but also now, anytime I do drink, which has been like on a podcast here and there, and like I think 1 or 2 social gatherings in the last few months,
yeah.
I feel like shit.
Really.
I feel like shit, and I'm like, I don't
I'm
know
the
if I like
opposite.
drinking.
Yeah, I've really
Yeah.
stopped for the most part. I think in the last year, like last September, I really stopped. I think in the last year, I've maybe had 4 drinks,
Yeah.
maybe 5. Like
I had 4 drinks yesterday.
that used to be me.
To be 27 again.
The trick that I found is it B12 vitamins, ones that help like digest. There's a vitamin that you can take before, like while you're drinking, and then the morning after, and it helps a lot.
I just
I think also just being hydrated helps.
yeah, I do a glass of water for every 2 alcohols
That
I
was
have.
Smart.
My rule
Yeah.
in college, yeah.
Very smart.
And
And you're probably never hungover, right?
Never hungover.
Yeah, but you're constantly pissing though.
It's pissing so much.
Worth
Yeah.
it.
Never hung though. Never get hung.
That's right.
It's all about water.
Stay hydrated.
If people just knew that.
Yeah.
Just drink every 2 to 3 drinks,
Yeah.
glass of water, you're good.
Good to go.
You're gonna be peeing constantly anyway.
Constantly.
I'd rather pee 1,000 times.
than wake up hungover.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe not 1,000 times. Yes, 100 times.
You're drunk. You're not gonna remember.
I know someone who would. After they got drunk, they'd make themselves throw up, and then they'd eat a breakfast that night.
My
Oh.
roommate used to do that.
How does that make sense?
I don't know, but
I-
she seemed she would get hungover a
When-
lot.
At the peak of my worst of my drinking in my early 20s, I would like force myself to vomit.
How
Yeah.
are your teeth still intact? Because I feel like all that acid and vomiting. And
No, you'd have to
stuff.
do it a lot
It was-
for it to.
do not do that, by the way.
Yeah,
That
it
is a
doesn't help anything.
do- that is
It's
a-
already in your blood. You're
Yeah.
just making it worse.
It is a terrible approach to
Unless
anything.
you've eaten something that you shouldn't have eaten, don't ever make yourself
Yeah.
throw up.
It never helps anything.
Yes, your body will do it for you if it has to come out.
Yeah. Also, I feel like gaslit by people who are like, "Oh, just drink like Pedialyte the next day." I'm like, "Ew, no.
No,
I'm just gonna
thanks.
have water. Why would I do
What
that?"
is Pedialyte?
It's like for babies.
It's if
'Cause
they're
they
dehydrated.
dehydrate easy
yeah.
because they're dumb.
My
I think
sister's been drinking shit tons of Pedialyte.
Pedialyte, it does. I think it does absorb into your bloodstream more quickly than just
Something
water.
about the electrolytes, I
Right.
guess. But like, doesn't Smart Water have electrolytes?
I think it does.
Smart Water.
Yeah, some water
Gatorade?
is
It
like
tastes like shit. I don't know. Pedialyte's gross.
Yeah.
So were all those like I don't know. I like had like a really bad Pedialyte experience. It wasn't me. Someone else drank Pedialyte while they were still drunk at the behest of someone else, and then threw up all the Pedialyte in my
Oh.
room.
yeah, that would turn me
So-
off of it too.
Yeah, and that was,
Ay, ay,
and the next day I was just like, that's like for the day after. You're not supposed to, while you're blackout drunk, then drink half a container of orange Pedialyte. It's not gonna
Pedia.
go well.
I wonder if they made like. I wonder if somene's made a
Pedialyte
Pedialyte cocktail. Yeah.
Someone has
Oh,
to.
guaranteed.
yeah,
Guaranteed.
Pedialyte
someone's
and
done that.
vodka probably.
Ugh.
Has the FDA ever approved Red Bull vodka?
FDA.
I saw
Wait, sorry,
something
we're
post.
talking
They're just
about
like,
alcohol.
because that hasn't been,
That's funny.
approved. Certain things haven't been approved by the
nothing.
FDA, and they're
Right.
like, well, has the
You should
FDA ever
Trying to do
approved
shit.
Red Bull and vodka?
Yeah.
Got two
Got 'em.
things that I don't know if will go well together, but
I don't think I've ever had one. I can't drink Red Bull.
no.
No,
I love Red.
I'm
I
not.
love
I'm
that.
not a big energy drink.
Yeah,
person.
Speaking
See,
of
look, I
energy-
just got another fucking confirmation about a doctor's appointment.
Woo!
This
Are
is
you
the
gonna go?
second text
It's
I've
not
gotten
for
from them
s-
today.
It's not for 6 more months. I don't know why they're doing this to me. You said energy drinks. I don't know if you heard me and Barbara talking before, but like, you know how we can do that thing where we get points for like our health insurance when we
Yeah.
do shit. So like,
I feel like nobody knows about that.
yeah. So
I
like,
don't know.
yeah,
I've
called
messaged you about
Castlight.
it before.
Yeah, it's called Castlight, and you do like dumb shit, and they give you points, and you can redeem it for up to $500 in gift cards.
I got like $150 in Amazon gift cards last year
Yeah, I
Wait,
got,
for
I got-
what?
for wearing my
I got-
watch.
Yeah,
Your
I got,
Apple Watch?
I
Yeah.
got $400 in gift cards last year. I'm almost at the limit to get the 500.
What?
It measures like if you did steps or if you worked
Yeah.
out, and it's like
Oh.
it converts your activity into
Yeah.
dollars.
Also, sometimes
I
you just have to
catching on?
watch videos
Yeah.
about your like. It'll be
It's
like,
like-
do you want to learn about your FSA? And you can just do that, and they'll give you 100 points, which is like $10.
All right, as cool as this is some fucking dystopian
Anyway,
shit.
yeah, I
This
know.
is like they're gamifying your health, bro.
They have all of my
Yeah, but
stuff.
you get
I
money.
don't care, but I got Amazon gift cards to give to Daddy Bezos, and that's all that matters.
God.
you can pick
Bezos.
non-Amazon if you want. You can pick
Yeah,
other
you can
stuff.
do like
Yeah.
a Visa gift card. You could do like an Airbnbs. You could do a
I'll
Starbucks.
take some Airbnbs.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've been doing this, and one of the things you can do is go to a place where they just take your blood and tell you that you're a piece of shit. And it gives you 1,000 points. So I did that, and everything was great. All green, all perfect across the board, perfectly healthy. Then I got my blood pressure, and it is in the red. And I'm like, that's
Too
weird.
low or too high?
Way too high. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm very young. And I got kind of worried because like my dad has hypertension. But then I remembered that like I have to take Adderall every day, but also I drink a lot of coffee and G Fuel. So like that's probably not the best
Yeah.
thing to be doing.
No, probably not.
So I'm going to have to stop one of those eventually.
Or just less
just
of
vibes.
both.
How much?
It's all about balance, right?
How much caffeine are we drinking in a day? There,
Well,
Kayla?
one G Fuel is 300 milligrams of caffeine and it's delicious. I never
Yeah.
finish it. But
I have a can with me, which is 300 milligrams. I only ever drink half in a day.
yeah, I drink like half in a
maximum.
day.
What's in a cold brew? How many milligrams?
About 150.
A cup of coffee
That's a lot.
typically is
80.
80 to 90.
Yeah, and then cold brew is usually like 150 to 200 depending on the size of the
Which,
can.
if you're having one of those a day, that's probably fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend 2 of those a day.
Where do you find caffeine
me see.
content?
Normally it says it in big letters.
On like the side. But yeah, I apparently it's real big right there. 220 did you drink this coming in?
Yeah,
225 milligrams. Were you gonna go to bed tonight?
Woo!
Too bad.
I'll go for a run or something.
Yeah, this is what is that like 2.5 coffees?
Yeah, it's like
I was.
I think
Yeah,
a cup
it's
of
real
coffee has
big
like
right
80
there.
or 90.
It's 80 to 90.
It's
yeah.
80 to
I
90.
was
Yeah.
feeling real
typically.
low. Sorry,
No, you're good.
Damn
I
it.
mean, hey,
You're gonna get a real good.
I already lifted this morning.
Do it again.
yeah, 2 lifts on
not
Some
bad
one.
idea.
cardio?
Yeah, sure.
Dance party?
My heart exploded.
Just dance?
I fed Dutch a bunch of treats today, so I need to take him on an extra long walk.
Yeah.
so.
There you
Yeah.
go. You're gonna have the energy to do that with 225 milligrams of caffeine coursing through your blood.
Yeah, we
Little
filmed a
wind-up
little video with Dutch where we gave him treats for solving internet arguments.
Yes. Made some interesting choices, some bold moves.
He made some very interesting choices.
I can't believe
Some
he's
I do
against
not agree.
vaccines, but you know, I still love the dog. I'm just kidding. My dog loves vaccines. You should too. Go get your vaccine, please.
Yeah.
I want to go see Dune in theaters, and I also don't want people to die, but I mostly just want
But
to see Dune
mostly-
in theaters.
It's about that Timothée Chalamet.
Don't fuck this up for me. Get your vaccine.
Is he in it?
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
Timothy
Paul
Chalamet.
Atreides.
Him and Zendaya, they're like the
I
main
haven't watched
characters,
it.
She's
right?
Shawnee.
Yeah,
I haven't
see?
seen the trailers.
It's a dude, and then they got fucking Duke Leto is Oscar Isaac, and then they got Duncan Idaho, Jason Momoa.
Okay.
They got the whole cast. Everyone's in that movie, and it's gonna be amazing. And I want to go see it in theater at the IMAX. So get your fucking vaccine.
I got $170 in Amazon gift cards last year from it.
Yes.
Oh wow. What am I
Yeah, but at the
doing?
cost of like some corporation knowing all
Here's
your
the thing.
medical
I'm
shit.
not important. I'm not
our
important
health
enough for that
insurance company.
to matter. Yeah, they know. They know all of
already
my
know
shit.
it.
I'm
already.
taking
Hey,
crazy
look at
pills.
this.
Do you not think that that's weird that your medical
do all that
company is
stuff.
like is
Look,
like
look all the shit I did.
it's so weird.
I personally don't care because what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, this is coming from a guy that did like 23andMe, but like it just seems weird. Something about that's just like weird.
Someone, a company knowing all your medical information?
No, it's just like you being paid to then send in your blood to get. Like,
You
I
don't
don't
send
know.
your blood.
Well, she just said she.
Well,
went
if
and
you do
did
the
blood.
Quest diagnostic, which does give you 1,000 points.
She blood equals 1,000 points.
The Quest
You don't
diagnostic.
have to do that.
They-
all I
you
did,
don't have
I
to.
haven't done any. All I did was wear my watch, and it
Yeah.
knows how much I walk based on that.
I did it because I wanted to get a $200 gift card so I could get an Airbnb with my girlfriend.
Jason MCM, you're wrong. Dune's gonna be amazing. Shut your pie hole. It's Denis Villeneuve. He's never let me down.
Pie hole.
First time for everything. You don't have to. Just saying the options there if you want to.
I need to lend you the book, by the way.
I should probably see if I have
I'll
any
pick it up.
points.
Don't worry about it.
The-
'Cause I'm going to the doctor.
Yeah.
I've been going to places to
Well,
get
you-
myself checked
You
out.
don't get it for that. You have to do like
Extra?
trackers.
Yeah, if there's an app with it.
You can
just,
also
like,
log
with
it manually.
Okay.
So if you don't have
Yeah.
a watch, well, I'm not
You
wearing
can
a watch today.
log it
You don't have a
manually.
watch like me right now.
I walked 13 miles today.
I'll be.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Man, I really want a G Fuel now.
I was going to say, you want some of mine? I went, nope. COVID still exists.
Yeah. Oh, I would. Otherwise, man, I got a pallet of the Wumpa fruit. It's so fucking
The
good.
what?
Didn't you
fruit?
get,
The
didn't you get
Wumpa
a
fruit?
flavor that's like something really strange?
Oh, I got the Sonic the Hedgehog chili dog. I'm sorry,
Chili dog.
I got the Sonic the Hedgehog chili dog flavor.
Is it taste like
What,
chili?
is it made
Yes.
with real hedgehog?
It's liquid that tastes like
No.
chili dog.
Yes. Not just hot dog, like
Okay.
chili dog.
Is it good?
They
I typed Sonic the Hedgehog.
So you say, is it good? I say I did the pre-order bundle, and they send you a tub of peach rings to go with it as well.
Is that to mask the flavor of it being
It's
bad?
to make up for the fact that you spent $45 on something that you couldn't physically finish. But what I am planning on doing is using it
Peach
as a
rings.
cooking spice.
Okay.
So
oh,
TikTok, look out for that.
Speaking of overpriced stuff, was it you who was telling me that Disney Star Wars motel
It's like
hotel's
4K.
going to be like $7,000
It
or
is
something?
so
Yeah.
fucking much money,
It's like
Gus.
4K.
If Disney, if you're watching this, please send me there. I'll do all the influencer bullshit. I'll
call it
lick
bullshit.
your
Yeah,
feet.
He'll send
please.
you his medical data.
Yeah.
I will for the Star Wars thing. I'll actually do that. I'll do that.
In exchange for one night in a hotel.
Can you hook that
2
up? You're in the
nights.
sales department. Go talk
$4,000
to
or-
Daddy Disney, even though we're not owned by them. But
We're not owned by
you
them.
mean
me the
enemy
hotel.
Disney?
Enemy Disney.
I
That
wanna
is
go.
not our father.
all right.
He's not my real dad.
Yeah, it's crazy expensive. It's like,
I was really hyped about it. I was really excited. Then you told me how much it was. Like, nope,
yeah,
that's not going to happen.
it's like, and I can't even wrap my head around what it's gonna be like. You know?
Yeah.
Because it
Do
sounds
you actually
like,
go to space?
no.
No.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's
for
the thing.
$7K, I should be like doing that fucking airplane thing where they
Yeah.
bring you up and you experience 0 Gs for 30 seconds.
Do you get clothes there? I wonder.
That's what I'm saying. If you gave me a full Jedi's outfit, or not, wait, yeah, it's the Star Wars one, right?
Yeah.
Like full Jedi outfit,
You're good.
full lightsaber,
momentary women.
full, like, you cut my hair, give me a rat tail, like a Padawan, like, then yeah, sure, I'll give you $4,000. If I get to do a VR experience for the entire time that I am there, and I mean walking down the hallways so it looks like I am literally inside the Star Wars and there's never an immersion broken, then sure, yeah, 4K. Otherwise, eat my ass.
See, that's what I want to know is like how immersive is this? Like, I want to know about like what the clothing is like, or if you have to bring your own
Didn't
shit.
you say like all the windows, like it doesn't actually look outside, like it looks like you're in space?
It's just
like-
projections the entire
like-
time apparently.
That's
you're
cool,
moving
but also a
through
little
space, that's
claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Tyler sent me the cost.
Of
Lay it
4K,
on me.
right?
If we split a room,
Two guests per cabin. So you say split a room, 4 guests per
There's
cabin?
4 cabins and 2 cabins, I think.
So
Or, like,
if it's
4 person.
2 guests per cabin,
Uh-huh.
Okay,
voyage total, it breaks it up per night. I'm just going to give you the total.
Okay.
it's 2 nights.
Voyage total, $4,800
for
Eat
one
my
night,
ass.
for 2 nights.
for 2 nights,
2 nights.
Yeah.
Oh, that means it's
2,400
$2,400 a night.
Yeah, so it's
But you have-
$1,209 per guest per night.
That's
12
2
per
months of
guest.
rent for 2 nights.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's not
2 months.
$7,000.
It's
what you
depending
got.
on where you
$5,000
For you.
It's a lot of money.
4
I pay a
guests per
mortgage.
cabin
Yeah, all right.
is $749 per guest, which works out to $6,000. So
$749.
$1,500 per person if you put 4 people in a room.
Interesting. Someone asked if I think I've spent $7,000 on Star Wars in my total in my life.
I'm sure you
Absolutely.
have.
I'm sure, absolutely, I have.
Yeah, I don't know you that well, Blaine, but I would say yes.
Yeah.
What do you think you've spent the most money on? Like, what one cumulative thing? Other than, like, a house or a car.
The thing we
Clothes?
spend the most
Clothes,
money on
shoes?
besides
Shoes.
a
I really
house or
like
a
shoes.
car.
These are new.
Those are
Video
fucking
games.
sick.
Weight
Sick.
equipment.
Video games.
Video games?
Computers.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, tech.
I spent a lot of money
Yeah.
on tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spent a bunch of money on dumbbells.
I think in my lifetime,
Yeah.
probably clothes, just because, like, I've always loved fashion
Yeah.
growing up. And so, like,
I can never bring myself to spend
but I
a
don't
lot
spend
of money on clothes.
I don't spend
Did
a
you see my
lot. I just
meme?
buy. I just used to buy a lot more clothes.
Yeah.
What was
Gus,
your,
did
Don't
you see
anymore.
my meme?
what was your
I
meme?
made a meme of you.
No.
It was you at the podcast fest, and I made the "Steal Your Look" meme,
I didn't see that.
I saw that.
and it was like, I found your shoes. They're Saucony somethings, right?
Yeah,
Saucony.
Saucony's.
Yeah, now I keep getting ads for them, and I'm like, ugh.
I got my
Uh,
Allbirds on now.
Yeah, you got Allbirds on today.
Oh shit! I just had a. What if on the Star Wars thing, it's so immersive and so amazing that the rest of your life just fucking sucks, and you get off the plane thing, and
That's
you're
not
just
That's not hard
That's
to do
Westworld.
no,
Yeah.
it's like this is the closest we're gonna get to Westworld so far.
so far.
That's,
yeah,
that'd be pretty cool though. Like
So-
to me, that's an experience that if that's something you really want to do and meet something, like it's worth the cost
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
could afford it, of course, and
Yeah.
like if it's something you want to spend
So much
Dude.
money.
an
Yeah.
experience doing. I'm not saying like it's obviously.
Yeah.
I do want to be a smuggler and just like bone on the Millennium Falcon or something. That would be.
You
pretty
just want to
rad.
be Han Solo.
It's a lot of money though for a room.
What's more than that, right?
I
It's
see
like
you
the
get-
You want to be
experience.
I
in
see you
Han
get more
Solo.
than that.
Yeah.
Anytime I see these like suites or rooms, because I watch a lot of like travel vlogs and,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Living vicariously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like sometimes people will be like, the biggest suite is like $10,000 a night or something
Yeah.
like crazy.
Which is dumb.
and I'm like, who?
You're
What
just
kind of
sleeping in
person?
there.
This is crazy.
Do you remember when we went to PAX East years ago and we got the presidential suite at the Intercontinental? It's the year we had to drive in the van from New York to Boston.
Is that how they made it up to you guys? Letting you stay in the
Oh
presidential?
no, it was
like-
the airline's fault. So
No.
Yeah, so we got to the hotel and it was like they were sold out of rooms, or like there was a problem with the rooms. So like one of the rooms we were supposed to have wasn't available. So they're like, all right, we'll just give you like the presidential suite as one of the rooms. And like
do you end up taking? Who ended up taking
I don't know
it?
who ended up taking it. Like we had all the keys, and I didn't want to just take it. So like everyone who was there was like, listen, we can all go up and look at the suite, and if someone wants it, they can have it. And we all went up and looked at it, and it became a thing of nobody wanted to stay there.
Well, because
So
that's
it's too
so
much.
weird.
It was mad. It had
You
a
all should have stayed
boardroom
in there.
like table in it with like 12 chairs all around it. It had a kitchen. It had like a separate
That's-
bedroom and office.
Wait,
That's
wait.
too much.
So there was. Let me get this straight. You had several rooms, and one of them was like the executive suite.
Yeah.
And no one wanted to stay in the executive suite.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was too big.
I feel
and
like did I do that?
I don't know who I don't know who
Or maybe
stayed
Bernie?
in it.
I would have
I don't
absolutely.
know, it wasn't Bernie because Bernie had gotten in there earlier.
Bernie was already
It was
there,
us in
yeah.
the van who had to decide.
He had the executive suite. It's slightly different.
Different in the presidential.
It is yeah, it is one floor down, but the exact same floor plan.
That
Yeah,
was an interesting year because that was we like flew somewhere and then our flight to Boston got
Yeah,
canceled.
we were supposed to fly Austin to Dallas, then Dallas to Boston, but the Dallas to Boston flight got canceled.
So we got rerouted somewhere else, right, and had to drive like 4.5 hours.
I had to rebook all of us. We were like, I think there were like 8 of us.
It was you, me, Jack, Monty, Shane, Miles, Carrie.
That sounds right.
I think it was us 7.
So then I had to rebook all of us on like 3 or 4 different record locators.
Jesus.
I had to combine them all and book us all into JFK. Then I had to book a big van at JFK
To get a van.
to then fit all of us in our luggage and then drive from New York to
my
Boston.
God,
yeah.
And we ended up getting to Boston like at 11 p.m. I remember Bernie wasn't in the van because when we pulled up to the hotel,
just at the
he was
the
just
lobby.
standing out there like, oh, hey, what are you guys doing? Did you guys just get here? I was like, you motherfucker, you don't know what we've been through.
I had a great time because it
That's-
was like a little road trip and we got Shamrock Shake.
I stopped somewhere in the middle of nowhere at a McDonald's and we got milkshakes even though it was snowy. It was like cold as shit outside.
The comments are saying this, but I'm pretty sure that's the room where like a mafia hit went down or something.
Fully.
Oh, probably.
There's
Maybe
also
that's
been
what
a
it was.
shit ton of questions about your shirt.
Oh, really? Yeah. This is a cloak. CLOAK. It's
Okay.
like a brand of clothing.
It's very fun. I was
love
looking at
it.
it. I was gonna, ask you after, but I'm glad the chat.
Yes, cloak.
opened up the
There's
chat.
I commented on this earlier. There's a bunch of like they have like facial band-aids, and now I feel like I need to try
Yeah,
that.
that's a maybe Kayla might have some more insight into this.
What is
we
up with
were
that?
talking about how there's this trend with specifically Gen Z, I think, to have like a little bandage across the nose.
I blame anime.
Anime? Okay.
Is
I
it-
blame anime.
Is it because they're clearing out their sinuses?
No, it's just like
They have
cool.
allergies?
It's like, why did Nelly wear a band-aid on his face?
I think it's
Why
kind of
didn't
like
Nelly?
cute. It
Yeah.
it gives your nose, I think, like a smaller appearance
Yeah,
maybe, and so it's like a
You
cute
put it-
thing.
Yeah.
Can you
I
hide
also
like a
blame
breathe
anime.
right strip instead? You can breathe better if you're an old man like me. Like, look at me, I'm hip.
I used to wear those in football. In
A
like,
breathe right strip?
yeah,
Why?
To breathe right.
breathe right.
It opens up your nose.
Yeah. Anyways, I should get one of those.
You played football?
Yeah, not very well though.
What position?
Do you actually
gonna
give a
know?
fuck about this question? Do you really care about
Yeah.
this? You really want to know?
I just want you to say tight end. What was your position?
It was like center and
Tight
left
end.
tackle.
Tight
Okay.
end.
That's
Tight
like defense.
That's offense.
Offensive
offense.
line.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
You big boy?
I was.
Oh,
My dad's the offensive lineman coach,
okay.
so I wanted to play for him because I moved schools just so that I could get coached. I was like, well, if I'm moving the fucking school and leaving all my friends, I better get coached by you, Dad. Like, get your money's worth out of this. You
Dad.
transplanted me, but it worked out. I got
Yeah.
like time with my dad, and I made friends in various places, and I don't regret it. It's fine. I don't.
You got
it's
friends
fine.
in low places?
It's fine.
If you had to guess who else on this podcast also played football in high school, who would you think is the answer?
What was your position?
I was just defense. We didn't really have like,
They have football in Canada?
Positions?
yeah, it was girls touch football.
Okay.
And
Hot.
so like I had like a specific, I was kind of near the front line.
Yeah.
Because I was tall, so I could
Okay.
like intercept a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, played for 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, they play 4 downs. There's no punting. It's really weird. It's a little slightly
real?
different. Little Canadian
I
football
don't know
humor for
dig
you there.
about sports.
It's actually 3 down.
I'm sorry.
3.
down.
Okay.
You do a sport, Gus?
I used to play baseball.
Baseball?
I played second base.
Second base?
Mhm.
Does everybody have to bat, or are there batters?
Yeah, everyone has to bat.
Okay.
That was my worst. I was no good at that.
I did track,
Oh.
and I injured myself before the season started.
Which like running?
Yeah, I did pole vault and I did the long jump,
That's cool.
and I injured myself in training doing neither of those. I was running for a warm up, and I wasn't paying attention. Like, you know, when you get so tired, you kind of close your eyes while you're running, so you don't see how far it is.
Uh-huh.
And I stepped off the track,
Ooh.
and I just like busted my ankle. Well, this ankle.
I was gonna ask, what's the most athletic thing you've ever done, like ever? All of you. I wanna
Pole
know,
vault. It's pretty hard.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you were able to get over the
Yeah.
fucking thing. Terrifying.
Yeah, it's real hard, and it's upsettingly scary.
Yeah, because it's like you got this.
If you don't, you just
Dull
fall on
knife
you
that's
just
gonna-
fall on the ground if you don't hit the whole thing.
Yeah,
I would
but
be
then
so
also
terrified.
coming down,
Yeah.
like you could just fucking gut
No,
yourself.
well, the coming down part's fine because the pole falls away from you on the other side. Well, I guess unless
if you
don't
learn
make
how to do it right.
But what
Yeah.
if you don't fall right? You're just like head diving into
Yeah.
that pad.
You hit ground. Yeah, it sucks.
Darshanaran says they never knew Barb played football. Me neither.
I
I
didn't-
learned something. I've known Barb forever.
played-
Put it in the wiki.
4 different sports. I played basketball for like 6 years.
You're so sporty.
I used to be.
So
and,
what's the
then,
thing-
and then college hits.
What was the most thing you said?
What's the most athletic thing you've ever done?
I mean, probably just the different sports I would play, like especially
I'm saying like
both
the single most thing
Like one
that happened in
feat
your
that
life.
you can think of.
this was in the 7th grade. We had a basketball tournament, and there was one school we played where I don't know what it was. I literally, my team would get me the ball, and I would do the exact same play
Uh-huh.
over, and I would score.
Okay,
I think I got like 40 or 50 points.
that's insane.
Because they just like nobody would ever block me, and they would just like go back to where they were. 7th grade, so
Okay.
like you know,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
go
but
yeah.
still,
easy on
it's still
people.
pretty impressive. Also, someone in chat said, "No theater kids, just a bunch of sports chats."
I did theater.
Yeah, I was the president of the anime club, and I played the violin.
I did
Look
one.
at you,
so
well-rounded.
I did
No,
one,
I wasn't. I had no friends.
I did one act play.
You did one act play.
Yeah.
That's what all the cool drama kids did.
I was only I didn't want to do one act play.
Oh.
It's just that the theater coach, I don't know what you call him,
Director.
director. I think
Director.
theater teacher. He could not find any guys who wanted to do theater in the town I grew up in.
I
And
thought you were gonna say they couldn't find anyone who wanted to perform with you, so
Aw.
you didn't want to.
but he was also my speech coach when I would do like competitive speech stuff. And he's like, "Listen, I know you don't want to do this, but can you please just be in one act play? Like we just need some guys to fill out the roster. We need like 3 guys, and if you all could do it, it would really mean a lot to me. So yeah, sure, whatever. We'll do it for fun.
I wouldn't have thought that.
What's the difference between speech and debate?
Debate is typically like a team, and you get like a topic, and it's very structured back and forth. So like I would do like persuasive speaking, where it's like for this type of speech competition, you would randomly get assigned a topic. Then you had 30 minutes to prepare a 7-minute speech. Then you had to take a position on it, and you had to deliver a 7-minute speech.
That's
on
hard.
It's fucking horrifying.
That's
dude.
awful.
That is
So,
a nightmare.
But I learned how to talk out of my ass, and that's why I feel like I can podcast now.
Yeah, because you just talk out of your ass.
Right. It's like if you just give me something and say just start talking, like I can just start talking about something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, same. Me and my dad are like that in the same way where I can talk to anyone about anything. It doesn't matter if I know about it or not.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great quality to have,
Yeah.
especially for podcasting.
I feel like streamers would be good speech people because they just fucking talk.
Yeah.
And then every now and then they'll say shout out to so and so for the $5 or whatever the hell.
Yeah. I mean, at least when you're streaming, you have chat to interact with in the game to talk about.
Yeah.
But
So
that's
if you
happening.
have a lull, you can quickly look for something to pick up on.
You know,
Up there
It's still difficult, but yeah.
Yeah,
For
that sounds
sure.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I think that's something that a lot of people underestimate is how hard it is to when you're by yourself performing, how hard it is to like keep up conversation or like
going.
entertaining. So like I'm so impressed by anyone who streams on a regular basis. I'm just like, I don't know how you like have that much to say all the time and could still be entertaining and like pay attention to the game, pay attention to chat, pay attention to all
Be
these things.
engaging about it all.
The one time where I was doing Portal 2 on our TTV for a few weekends in a row,
That game's hard.
it's so fun though. But
Dumb
like
for it.
I remember being like, okay, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to ignore you for a second. I'm focusing on figuring
Yeah.
out this level. And I'm like, how do people do this? It's
I
so
don't,
impressive.
Well, I don't understand how people do Portal. I have none spatial awareness. I cannot visualize things in the 3D sphere.
Gonna pitch something to you.
No.
We have a series called Hard Mode.
Okay.
You and me,
Oh.
Portal 2 co-op.
Oh, I'm gonna disappoint
We'll
you.
see. We'll see how we could do.
We still need to do a VR Let's Play.
Yes.
Because I got that cable for you
Yeah,
forever
we
ago.
never did it.
We never did
Well,
it.
the panning happened like immediately after,
Oh,
didn't it?
No,
Yeah,
the panty
yeah.
happened, and
Was
that's
it?
why I
I
hit
think
you
it
up.
was-
Because I was
yeah.
like, I need people that can play
Well,
VR.
I still have my Quest. Charlotte also has a Quest.
That would be a fun vid.
Yeah, me and her.
You three.
Can we play Population 1?
I don't know what that is, but yes.
It's like PUBG,
Go on.
but in VR.
You
Wait,
love
wait.
PUBG, didn't
I
you?
love PUBG.
It's PUBG in VR.
PUBG's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a battle royale.
Population
Yeah, it's a
1,
battle
VR
royale.
battle royale
Yeah.
game. I want to play.
That sounds like a nightmare. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna throw up. Like, you know,
You guys go for it.
I love
Have
VR.
fun.
Oh.
I spent. I will say, when you said what's the most money you've spent, I was like, is it VR? I have so much VR.
It might be VR.
Like I spent a lot of money on VR.
It's like-
it's so good.
I feel like it's like receding though. It's not.
Yeah, it's not. It when the Quest came out, that was like, I was fucking
Peak
ready. It
times.
was peak, and then the Quest 2 came out, and it was like after Facebook bought it, and it kind of sucked more.
Yeah.
And then now I'm just like waiting to see. I think the HTC wireless one's gonna come out,
Oh, good. I
and
want.
it's like $700. So
I got-
I'm gonna
but you don't have to have
save up for it.
Facebook.
You don't. You don't. I bought my mom a Quest and for Christmas, and I was so upset because I specifically bought her a Quest 1 so you wouldn't have to connect to Facebook. But you can't make an Oculus account anymore. You have to sign. If you
Yeah.
didn't
Through
make an
Facebook?
Oculus account, you have to
And-
sign in through
And
Facebook.
they're phasing out the
Yikes.
Oculus accounts
Yeah, in
too.
2022. I think
Yeah.
it's like March.
The a big indicator is I noticed that the Void. Have you ever been to the Void?
Mm-mm.
They closed down like right when the pandemic hit. They were like, we're out of business.
Oh wait, I think is that the VR?
They did the Star Wars experience, and it fucking blew my pants off. It was so cool.
Did you ever find him?
No, they're still lost.
He's still not wearing
In the
pants.
in the Void.
Where's mine?
You can't see if he's wearing pants, can you?
Did you guys ever try the Void Star Wars stuff? Or
No,
did
I
you-
never did.
It's a bummer that you missed out because like they teamed up with like ILM and a bunch of other stuff, and they basically like had this whole ass experience where they had a set built that it was also like, you know, in your VR thing. So
Yeah.
if like you reached out and you're like, this isn't real.
Yeah.
That's the lever that I can see, and the, you know, and then you're like shooting stormtroopers and like it's
Whoa,
like
dude.
blowing
Oh, man.
hot air at you because you're on Mustafar and you're like pants gone. It
One
was
of-
so cool.
One of my I did a pitch for Oculus a couple years ago with Achievement Hunter, and I remember my initial idea got scrapped because they said it was too dangerous for the cast or whatever. What I wanted to do is like we
Sounds
rent out
fucking lame.
that stage where they're always doing shit,
Yeah.
stage 2 or whatever,
Yeah,
3
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, and we
6.
and we build out like a bunch of the rooms in like super hot or something, and then have
That would
them
be
like
fucking cool.
yeah, then we have them play it like some kind of game where they can play it like in VR, but then also the room is built to the same dimensions. Because you know how you have to like do the room barrier, so you can do it to the exact, and it can scale it with pass through. But they said it was a liability
Boo.
and
Fucking
like
insurance.
legally untenable.
Before like all the pandemic stuff, I really wanted to do an immersion where we played just a battle royale, and that place would have been the perfect
Yeah.
spot for it. And just kind of like whatever, but
Hey.
yeah, I want to get like 100 Rooster Teeth people,
That'd be sick.
Discovery and Warner.
make them kiss,
I'm just saying.
Eventually,
bring back
maybe.
immersion.
We did
In a
immersion
year.
on Discovery.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a possibility in the future. Who knows?
Maybe they'll let's do it. Just a sec.
Um,
You know what I miss? MDB.
bring it back.
Bring it back.
That got expensive. That show was expensive.
I
I'd love
heard-
to.
Is there a cheaper version we could make on
Yes.
social?
Man, I don't know.
Yes.
On social?
Yes.
Nah.
Hey, Barb?
Kayla will figure it out.
It would be
Barb,
so
look at
hard
this.
for me to
Yes.
take it
Yes.
from like what it was to like a pair. I don't know. Sorry. Yes, and
Yes, and.
we can do it on TikTok.
We can do anything we believe
make a
in
way.
if we put
We'll
our
make a
minds
way.
to it.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah. And
Uh,
you can.
Yeah, nobody likes MDB though.
No.
That should suck. That
No
shit
one,
sucks.
no one like that at all.
No one in the
but-
chat's gonna. I mean, I know the chat's like a minute and a half behind. No one's saying anything about it. I guess
Yeah.
no one really likes
No
it.
Yeah.
one likes it.
I finally did it. I finally signed up to take pilot lessons.
Oh.
I got my my first lesson this week. Later this week.
That's
Oh, shit.
cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Where do you take off from? I'm imagining it's a private airport,
The airport.
like Austin Bergstrom.
Austin
Bro,
Airport?
that's fucking horrifying.
They think
there you
the place I'm taking lessons from. They said you have two options. You can either do like executive airport, which is like a private airport
Yeah.
off of 130, or Austin Bergstrom. And I was like, well, I got to do Austin Bergstrom.
Yeah.
I mean, to say that you did it, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're a Cessna in
Yeah.
the, like.
I have a
one-
prediction. The whatever instructor you have is going to be so impressed by how much you already know.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
know everything wrong.
I think they're going to be, because I'm sure the average person who goes in for flying lessons probably knows a good amount, but like I feel like you, out of all people, know more about airplanes, and like you have a flight simulator and all this stuff.
We'll see. I'm nervous. I don't want to fuck it up.
I'm just
Aw.
saying. I think they're going to be impressed
That's
by
gonna
you.
be
Thank you. I appreciate the
It's
support.
just like it's like driving, but in the sky.
Can you let
Yeah,
me know like
it's
what?
easier.
You don't have
Clouds
to
are
say
like the road
on
bumps.
air, but I want to know like what date and time specifically. That way I can like text you after and be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Are you live?
I'll send you the app I use to track planes so you can see it. It's like 10,000, 9,000, 8,000. So uh-oh.
Do you go into the sky on your first lesson?
On the first time,
Yeah.
they don't even let you drive. On the
You're
first
like,
driving
you're with
lesson.
an instructor. He does most of the flying, and then
Oh,
at one
okay.
point,
Have
they're
you
like, you
ever?
can take the controls. You're
yeah.
like, yay.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to derail this. Have you ever seen the film Deadly Mile High Club?
No, I'm looking it up now.
Hey, can I? Which camera can I look at directly? Is it
Red light.
The one with
Yeah.
the
this
red.
one? Okay, if you're at home right now, when the podcast is over, please look up Deadly Mile High Club. It is the best Lifetime movie I've ever seen. It is the most ridiculous film
Can I guess
that
the
has ever
synopsis?
existed. Please, I beg of
I
you.
can read it to you after you're done.
Deadly Mile High Club. I'm imagining if it's Lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
it's a couple that meets on an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
They fall in love, but something happens on the airplane. Perhaps like a people try to take it over, and they have this thing that they need to conquer in order to like land and then carry on their lives together.
No.
Shit,
Okay.
fuck.
Picture that.
You want me to read the official description?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
go
know.
for
I
it.
pulled it up. It is obsessed with a handsome student. A deranged flight instructor tries to destroy the people in his life and make him fall in love with her.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Let me.
Is that
Okay.
going to happen to you, Gus? With your
Like,
instructor?
dude.
When did Lifetime start doing horror?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna give you like the first 30 minutes of this movie. So it opens up and it is a man and a woman. They are in a plane. It is nighttime. Everything is shaking.
Interior,
I think they
airplane,
flew
night,
into a
storm.
storm, and it's just like, baby, I'm sorry. I thought we could outrun that storm. And she's like, it's okay, babe. You had no way of knowing. And then he's like, it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. And then stuff's just going woo woo woo. Obviously they crash. It's a Lifetime movie. And then it's just you hear beep beep beep. Woman wakes up in the hospital, face covered blood. Actually, not even.
Where am
Little
I?
bit of blood, little bit of puffy, which is amazing for having been in a literal biplane crash.
Did my husband make it?
Literally, nurse comes into the room. This woman has just woken up from what I assume is a coma, and she's, where's Jack or wherever the fuck his name is, and the worst bedside manners I've ever seen on the television. Nurse, oh, he died. And they do a tight, way too tight on her face as like a single tear, like.
No.
And
He
then
died.
it smash cuts to like my like California bright lights, and the music's like bum, 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 da, 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 bum, bum, and I'm like, whoa, that was a big
What
tone
an
change.
emotional roller
And it's just
coaster
like,
there.
and it's just like this dude who's just some fucking piece of shit working at like a window treatment store that his mother-in-law owns, and she's got a New York accent for some reason. And then he's just like some piece of shit that she hired because he's married to her daughter or whatever, but he's got nothing going on in life. And he's like, the actor is like, imagine if you asked a piece of white copier paper to act. That's the amount of charisma he is bringing to this role.
Oh my
So you
God.
got this guy who's just like, one day he's just like, he basically sees a flyer and he's like, I want to be a pilot. So he goes to his wife and he's just like, I've had this dream my whole life to be a pilot. I'm going to take flying lessons. And she's like, Jack, we don't have any money for you to take pilot lessons. And he's like, when I'm a pilot, I can fly us to Hawaii. And she's like, okay.
In that case.
So then he signs up for
Screw
the
our
pilot
money.
lessons, and it's being taught 2 months after the accident, by the way, by the woman in the plane
Quick recovery.
crash. 2 months. She's teaching pilots. She's back up in the sky. Not a care in the world. And this dude walks in, and she flashbacks to her husband because they do not look alike. They look nothing alike, but they have the same name. And she's convinced herself that he is her husband reincarnated.
Oh my
And then
God.
everything goes to shit. It is the best movie I've
Jake.
seen in my Jake.
I just want
It's so
Gus to
good.
watch it so that he could pick apart the incorrect things. I
you
also guarantee that the airplane that they use in the crash is
Yeah.
also the airplane they use the rest of the movie because they got that one airplane set
yeah.
and they fucking
Oh
used
no,
it.
no, it
It's a
is.
toy.
My favorite part is they do when he's in class. They do a breakdown of like things you can find in an airplane, and one is like a
Rat.
first aid kit. And they open the first aid kit, and I shit you not, it is Band-Aids, ibuprofen, and chloroform. Sure,
First aid.
in a first aid
What's
kit,
the-
and they do a tight on that chloroform for like 2 seconds
It's like
too long.
Chekhov's
It's like Chekhov's
chloroform?
gun. Yeah, it's like this is
because
coming
hey,
back.
it's gonna come in handy later. So then,
Oh, yeah.
So there's a scene. Obviously, she's trying to take out everyone in his life that's getting in the way of them.
When you say
you know?
taken out, are you talking like
Like, take them out.
Oh.
So
Body slam.
basically, spoilers. Skip ahead if you don't want to hear this. You're not gonna watch this movie. You have to pay for it.
I don't know.
Or-
I kind of want to right now.
It's so I've bought this. Me and my girlfriend have paid for this movie 3 times in our relationship.
I guess I'll have to
because
come
we
to your
love
place to
watching
watch
it.
it.
they're gonna play it at their wedding?
Yeah, no, we are. So literally, there's a scene where she's like, "All right, I took everyone out. Got to get the wife now, I guess." And she goes to the wife's house, knocks on the door, and is like, "Hey, there's a package for," and then just chloroforms her because the chloroform was important. And she puts her in a comically large wooden box. The box itself has to be 200 pounds. I don't know how she's hauling this. She puts her in the box, and then she's like, "Jake, I have to do something. We have to fly over the ocean and dump this crate into
What?
the ocean." And he's like, "Oh, well, what is it?" And she's like, I work with marine biologists, and it's for a study." And he's like, "Oh, is it biodegradable?" And she's like, "You're so hot, but you're so dumb. It doesn't matter." So they're in this plane. There's a scene where, so it is his wife's chloroformed
Manipulation.
body, just like in the box.
Does this show the interior of her passed out in the
Yes,
box?
she's passed out. So
Sweet.
there's a scene
she's
where
not
they're
dead.
flying over the ocean
Oh, no.
where he's fucking around with the box, and you're just like, "What's in this thing? Kind of weird that it's in a wooden box. How long you been working with the marine biologist?" And she's like, "Jake, you're so hot, but you're so dumb." And they fuck on top of the box that has his unconscious chloroformed wife in it. And I guess the veracity, also it's the worst film sex position I've ever seen because it's just like he's just like red hot dog skin and she's on top. It's neither
It's also
here
like
nor
a
there.
6-foot box. So like, how
Yeah.
did that even work? that
Yeah,
they
so
got
they're just like
top of
on
it?
the fucking on the box, which I guess wakes up the wife, and she starts like, beating on the box, and he's like, "What is that?" And she's like, "Jake, it's nothing. Just throw it off." And he's like, "What's in there?" And
This
he's like,
dolphin keeps
"Jake,
going,
don't worry
"Help me,
about it."
help me.
Yeah. So it's a ridiculous movie. You should watch it.
I read there's a goof here on IMDb.
There's a
It must
goof?
it must be
Oh.
that scene you're
That
talking
sex
about.
scene?
When Tanya and Jake are having sex in the Gulf Stream,
Yeah.
she's wearing a black bra. Moments later, she's back in the cockpit in a light-colored bra.
I didn't even notice that scene is filmed so insanely that was the least of my worries.
Wait, so what? This is a Gulfstream?
That's what it said.
That's like a pretty big plane, right?
Yeah.
private
it's-
jet.
Does it have a cargo drop
Okay.
that you could push the
No,
crate
no,
out
no.
of?
They
I mean, it
simply
has to-
opened the side of it, and they're flying
No.
with it open.
No.
Also,
Go
she.
Wait, how are they having sex? Who's flying the plane?
That's what I was saying. They put the plane on autopilot.
Oh, no,
That's
I
not
don't
how
believe
it
that.
works.
They
Someone
put
needs
the
to be
plane
there,
on
right?
autopilot.
You could do that.
To
yeah.
smash.
For that
But then
long?
the woman, like the woman who tried to kill she jumps out of the plane, and then he's like uses all of his flight knowledge that he has to basically I don't know what the point of this was, but he was basically swooping her in a Gulf Stream or whatever. So a massive, huge plane, and he's swooping her, but he's getting nowhere close, and she's just like, ah,
And
from,
she's
the
falling this
noise,
whole
I guess.
time?
So he's trying to catch her
I don't
in the Gulf Stream?
Yes, and she's on the ground, and it's just it's so dumb. And then I guess she gets arrested or something. I don't know, but
Deadly
she's
Mile High.
but she's done so
Tanya.
much murder by this point.
I'm gonna watch this
She better go
movie.
to jail.
It's so funny.
Deadly
It's a
Mile High Club.
Deadly
Deadly
Mile
Mile
High.
High It's so fucking
I'm
funny.
gonna write it down.
It's
I will
my
find it.
favorite.
Well, we need to wrap this because I need to go home and watch Deadly Mile High Club.
Absolutely.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys again next week. Bye.
Get your vaccines.
Hey everyone, if you like that video, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff. Also, if you like shows about friends stabbing each other in the back, we got a brand new show for you to check out. It's called Betrayal. You can click the link down below right now. Watch it. Do it.